And we are live.
Welcome to Subjectively Correct and back because we're back.
We're
So
back.
basically, last week Jake was sad.
Oh, uh, um, so
You're back. I don't know what just happened. I was closing an app. I purposely didn't close this one, and it just like reset the memory on my computer and crashed. Um.
that I was like, we fixed this.
Anyway,
Literally,
anyway,
as he was saying,
Jake
we
was sad about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, so we didn't have a stream last week. He ran away, and then the next week, I don't know, he was being cringe, and he was like, "Your internet's not working," and then we determined it was his fault. So there was
yeah,
a scuffed like 20 minutes that got streamed, and
yeah, that you
then
could like maybe hear sometimes.
now here we are. Now here we are,
And we're back.
and now
And
we've got a whole lost Spider-Man trailer to talk about.
yeah,
So that's
so
good. But before
that's
we do that,
cool.
I got to give a review that I've been trying to give for 2 weeks, but I haven't, which is Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man sucks, all right? It's just not good. All right, and here's the deal. I'm not going to spoil it because it's still not out on Netflix somehow, even though I saw it 2 weeks ago. Um it sucks. It's just not good. It's like Indiana Jones, but with Peaky Blinders. And by Indiana Jones, I don't mean the good Indiana Jones. I mean Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
And it's about as entertaining as Indiana Jones and the Great Circle video game. So,
Where literally just nothing happens the entire time.
so I got trapped in the Vatican, and was like, I don't want to play this anymore. I
Dude,
stopped
I
playing.
spent like 15 hours there and I was like, what? Does anything ever happen? Or am I
Yeah,
just here the
honestly,
rest
just
of the
like
game?
I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't fun. And I
It's
just
like
quit playing.
I've
But
literally
anyway,
explored every square inch of this area and there's
Peaky
nothing.
Blinders. I think I said this on the last stream. Again, didn't hear it, and that stream's gone, so you can't even go find it. How it's got to be well written, right? No, because they fight fully uniformed Nazis in Liverpool in 1940, when the whole thing was the Nazis couldn't get into the island because they didn't have, that was the whole Battle of Britain thing. Um, that because otherwise the UK probably got steamrolled like the rest of Europe. But they had a strong navy,
But it's cool
and
though.
their air force
But it
managed to fight off the
but it's
Luftwaffe.
but it's cool though. But they're Nazis. But they're
Dude,
Nazis, so you know they're bad.
there's
You
one
know
thing.
they're
Well, I
bad because
mean,
they're
that's
Nazis though.
fair. That is fair. You do know they're bad. Um, the main issue with the movie is that it's entirely built on a relationship that was set up in the last 2 episodes of Peaky Blinders season 6, which not a great season, but they introduced Tommy's illegitimate son in like episode 5 of season 6, and he shows up for like 20 minutes in episode 6, and then the series was over. And now it's like entirely built on that relationship. There's a couple things that I really want to talk about, but I'm not, because that would involve spoilers. They assassinate Tommy Shelby, which is great. Always love that. The only two good things are
Character,
very,
not literally.
yeah.
Or okay, yeah. Both?
Okay, he dies in the movie. It's like
Okay, so they
spoilers.
do both.
I
They
guess
do both.
spoilers. Which I just say does give me an excuse to talk about one of the things now that you've spoiled it, which is that he dies to a gunshot, when there was a whole thing where Paulie was like, Tommy Shelby won't die to a bullet. It's like a whole thing. That was like a long running thing throughout the whole show, and he died to a bullet by a Nazi who tried to steal his son. And also, like, dude, I'll wait until it's out on Netflix and we can talk. Once you see it, we can talk a bit more about it, because do not pay to go see it in the theater. It's not good enough for that, and it doesn't
I'm
look
not
good
gonna.
enough.
It comes out in 2 days, so
Oh, it does?
yeah.
Anyway,
I
yeah.
literally like 20 seconds ago, I got a Netflix notification for whatever reason
Yeah,
that it
it's not
comes out
good.
on the 20th.
It's really bad.
I saw the trailer. It looks
The trailer looked fine. It didn't look incredible. I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know that it's gonna be good, but you know what? Surely they
Based
didn't
on the
jack it up too
trailer and
bad.
from what you had said, I was like, "Oh, I know exactly how that's gonna go." If like, because you said it's like,
Indiana
in
Jones.
Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, so I know exactly what's gonna happen."
It's basically shot for shot Dial of Destiny almost.
Yeah,
Except random
that's
Rebecca Ferguson
that's
is a main
unfortunate.
character in the movie for some reason.
Which who?
The um Ilsa from Mission Impossible.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, she's
why?
hot, but that's about it. Well, so she's the twin sister to Barry
Keegan.
Barry Keegan's character's mother, who Tommy hooked up with before World War One. That's where he came from, and now she's in the movie.
So it's not even the mom.
No, she's dead.
So it's just the twin sister aunt of
Yeah, Barry Keegan and Cillian
that sounds
Murphy
like shit.
are pretty good at acting. Um, I will say I was impressed. There was really no secondary viewing stuff, which was something that was all over season 6, where they're like, event happens. Now I explain event that just happened. Um, there's a couple moments in the movie where you're like, that was kind of cool. And that's all you got. They played Red Right Hand, which was cool. I only kind of wanted that because they didn't play that in season 6, and I was kind of pissed about it because I kind of forgot that they didn't play it in season 6. That this
Yeah.
everyone knows the song, the intro song, basically. And they
Chicken
played it,
Little one.
and the moment was okay. I think I would have changed it up a little bit, but either way,
Yeah.
at least they played it. I was fine with that. And then the ending is cheeks. The ending is complete garbage. And if you really like the characters in Peaky Blinders, I can't believe I'm recommending it because after rewatching season 6, it's bad. But the finale shot, and there are some good moments in season 6 between like Arthur and Tom and stuff like that. But the finale shot it's a great ending, great final shot for the character as he rides off. He really it's not quite the sunset, but he rides off into the horizon. And that's a way better ending than than the Indiana
Being
Jones-esque
killed
movie
by a
that we got.
Nazi in Liverpool
Yeah,
in
but he's like a
1940.
British guy. He's not even like a it's I will say this because this isn't even a spoiler. This is just something that happens in the movie. That Nazi guy, he's working. This is a bit of the plot, but dude, the plot's so stupid and irrelevant to this movie. It the the Nazi guy is working. He's hiring the Peaky Blinders who are now run by Barry Keoghan, because that was kind of set up in season 6.
Mhm.
And so he's hiring them to distribute counterfeit to like basically do economic warfare against the British, which was probably a
Okay.
tactic that was attempted in World War II because they try to historically ground some stuff in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Um, and then so so he shows up and like he could get into a whole bunch of things about how like Barry Keegan's a gypsy and like his goal would be to make the most money. So how would pushing for the Nazis to win the war, which would create a police state, make for
That
how
is
would that be more advantageous to him? And he's a
actively
gypsy,
persecuting
and he's a
gypsies.
gypsy. Yeah, that the gypsies were like this group number 2 next to the Jews as to like who the Nazis were putting
Yeah.
into concentration camps. So there's also that, which at first I was like maybe he doesn't know, but then they mentioned that straight up. So that's cool. But anyway, he like shows up, and the whole thing is like Barry Keoghan didn't know Tommy Shelby because of all those great times we saw as the relationship didn't develop in all those seasons that they didn't have together. And so he's like, he needs a father figure. And the Nazi guy randomly, after like meeting him one time, is like, I didn't have a son, or I don't have a son, but if you were like, if you, my son was like you, I would be proud. Don't disappoint me. This is like the second time he's met this character, by the way. And then he hires him to do a thing, which I will not spoil. Barry Keoghan doesn't do said thing. Nazi carries out said thing, and then looks him in the eyes like, "You disappointed me," and then rides off in his car. I'm not. That's their third scene together. That happens. It's the payoff to
Dude,
something that happened in the second scene after a conversation in the first scene. It's really bad. Uh, it's bad. But yeah, that's Immortal Man. I saw another movie on Monday that was really good, which is Project Hail Mary, and I'm not gonna spoil that one at all because it's very good, and you should go watch it. And see it in the biggest screen you can because it looks beautiful. Ryan Gosling's great. Rocky's great. The movie's great. You should check it out if you can. Go see it in a big screen.
I can't see it till Saturday, but I am pumped to
I saw
see
the
it.
early access. I got the Prime membership early access cheese. So, Project
Nice.
Hail Mary is a triumph and it soars. And hashtag, or I guess hashtag Project Hail Mary is a triumph. And I didn't get
It's a
paid.
return to
Thanks.
form.
Yeah, it's a return to form for the Martian cinematic universe,
Mhm.
which is technically true as far as second Andy Weir book adaptations. Pretty good. Not, I don't like it as much as The Martian. Don't get me wrong. But I also just love The Martian. So, but it's very
Yeah.
funny,
It's just
very good. It's really well done. So, you should check that out.
good.
Speaking of
Heck
things you
yeah.
should check out, let's look at something we shouldn't check out. Or do you want to go? Which trailer do you want? Do you want
I
to get
don't know.
Lanterns is
I
older, so should we talk about that one first? Get it out of the
Yeah,
way.
I wanna get it out of the way because I have less to say about it. I have more to say about Spider-Man.
Okay. So we got
I have
here's
a
the
lot to
show
say.
rundown. All right, we're gonna talk about Lanterns, the trailer, because we're old to this. I know. Oh, it's been out for a while. Oh, yeah. Guess what? Jake ran away.
Woo!
Jake didn't want to talk about it so
Well,
badly he left the state,
I
and he
was sad that Dunk and Egg were gone, so
and
I
the next thing
drove to
was
Florida.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had to talk about
I
that.
was unable to commit suicide in that period, so
Then we're briefly
I have to
going to
watch
talk
Daredevil.
about James Gunn's favorite subject, which is James Gunn. And then
Uh,
after that, we're gonna talk about the new Spider-Man trailer. I'm gonna react to it to the first time because I haven't seen it yet. I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I don't want my first time seeing this to be in a bathroom while I'm on Instagram, so I'm gonna wait and watch it later. And then we're gonna look at some early reactions to Daredevil Born Again. So that's gonna be
uh,
great. Which comes out on Tuesday. And the next 8
dude, no, it
weeks, I
doesn't.
will be putting together individual episode reviews, which is gonna be exhausting, not fun, but it's got to be done. I was too light on season 1, all right? I was too copiumed out of my
Too
mind.
nice.
First video, by the way, which launched the channel, which is now over 100 subscribers, which thanks for 100 subs, you know.
Heck
The
yeah.
don't the 97 Kingdoms video kind of popped off, which is great to see. But apparently it's talking negatively is the shill thing. Um, because when I talked about something positively, most viewed video, 95% like to dislike ratio, like 20 plus subscribers gained, which, oh, only 20? Yeah, that's a fifth of my total subscriber count. So,
Yeah.
you know,
After
it's kind of a
before,
lot.
that was a quarter, and now it's a fifth,
Exactly.
so it's a
Exactly. Um,
proportions-wise, that's
yeah. Well, now it's more like now it's closer to like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot
yeah.
proportionally. But yeah, apparently you're a
Yeah, you have
shill.
114 now.
Apparently you're a shill if you apparently my Ironheart video, which in fairness, second most view, whatever. You can talk about it, I guess, but something's got to be bad in order for negativity to do any good, which doesn't then make it a shill. It just makes it an honest review. Imagine
Yeah.
that. When something is average, it's just bad for me in general, right? Like Wonder Man was the most average thing ever, and it's probably more bad than average. But either way, I didn't care enough about it. But I was like, I still want to do a review because I wasted all my time watching this. Um,
Mhm.
and it was like
It's just like,
it's only
nobody
negative.
cares
It's like
enough.
people are like, "This thing sucks way more than you said," or it's like, "This thing's way smarter than you give it credit for." Um, so that's like the worst case scenario. But
It's just like, it isn't, though.
that's why, dude, I am gonna get a project helmet. I basically gonna have a video for the next 8 to 9 weeks. I don't know how many weeks Daredevil Born Again is gonna be coming out for, but I have 2 positive videos back to back. It's pretty awesome, pretty
That's
great.
literally the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah, yeah, because I only had one other positive video, right? I only had the
Yeah.
Moblin one.
Yeah, that was the first time that you were like, "Hey, I don't wanna die right now."
Yeah, have you watched Invincible yet?
I started it. It's
Okay.
not great so
I'm gonna take a
far.
piss. I'm gonna take a piss. You talk a bit about Invincible. I don't care about it, so you could spoil it or not spoil it. I don't care. I'm gonna take a piss.
All right. Um, I am about an episode and a half into season 4. Um, it's somehow it's like it's done a lot so far, but it's also it feels slow at the same time, which is not a real critique, but it feels slow. There's a lot of shots that are literally like just the comic panel on screen, which I like. So they do a good job of that. Um, I'm not really deep enough to get super super in depth, but I don't know. It's all right so far. It's not fantastic by any means. I don't know why they decided to start with like a flat. I get why they did the flashback. I get it. It was kind of jarring tonally, but it wasn't too bad. And then yeah, I don't know. It's just not great so far, but I don't hate it either. I just I don't even know. I don't even know. I lost a lot of my enthusiasm for Invincible the more I thought about it instead of just being
The more I came up and was like, "Dude, you like this? This is the worst thing I've ever seen." It's not the
yeah,
worst thing I've ever
because
seen.
the way to enjoy Invincible is to go, okay, he's gonna fight this character, and then the next big fight he has is this character, and then he gets stronger, and then the next big fight he has is this character. That's the only way to enjoy it because as soon as you start thinking about character and stuff, it's like really inconsistent um
Invincible,
internally.
so invite Invincible. Okay, we got Corbin trolling in the chat. Corbin hasn't seen Invincible, so
No, he hasn't.
I've seen
Um
seasons. I watched the first episode of season 3 because I was trying to like binge through it because Jake was like, "We're gonna talk about it when season 4 comes out." Thankfully, I can't believe I'm saying thankfully. It lines up with Daredevil Born Again, so we're not gonna be talking about it. So that means I don't have to watch it.
yes. Yeah, I don't know. It's not great so far. It's not horrible so far.
You still like the comics, right?
Yeah, I've read all the comics. It's doing a pretty decent job. It feels slow, but a lot has happened, so it's not doing terrible. And this is also a weird stretch in the comics pacing wise, where it kind of just like eh, I don't know. Season 1 through 3, it's like it takes a long time for a few things to happen, and then after
I
that, it's exponential with how fast it goes. So I don't know how that's gonna
hear me
layer
out though.
the show.
I have
I
been
think it'll be
told
better because more stuff will happen, but
I've
I
been
don't know.
told it's peak.
Yeah, no, that's literally the only word Invincible fans know is peak, which is unfortunate
Sorry,
because they are
Peyton. We love you, Peyton, but
it's a mix of, "Yo, this is the worst animation I've ever seen. What the hell are they doing with all the
it's
money?"
only budget.
And it's peak though at the same time. So it does I don't know how it can be both,
Why?
but,
I
you
bro,
know,
I look,
in
look,
other news,
I was out on it
things
because
things
I
things going on for me, copped the Sauron head
I
helmet,
was out on
so
Invincible
I'm building
just
this
because of,
today.
like, the, like,
The
the
fans are
wo don't
annoying.
say woke, don't say the woke. It's the woke. The season 1 was woke as hell. And the fans, bro, that gave me a negative opinion going in. Because there's a difference between people like, "This is really good, you should watch it," and they're passionate about you watching it and just going, "It's peak!"
Yeah.
And it
Because
bro, it's
also
evil
anytime you go like, well,
Superman.
okay, what's your favorite part about the show? What's like, the compelling stuff? There's not a lot. If you ask me that about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it's like the characters, the way it's shot, the music,
Yeah, I had
the
a
plot,
45-minute video, and I was still like,
literally,
"Man, this isn't enough."
literally everything about it is just intriguing and interesting. Whereas Invincible, it's like, well, there's gonna be like a cool fight in 7 episodes. And until then, the animation will be terrible. So, have fun with that.
Yeah. Hey, but Superman's evil, though.
Yeah, well, I will say James Gunn literally copied Invincible season 1 for his Superman, which was just a horrible choice.
Well, no, technically he made them more evil than Viltrumites.
eh, literally their entire thing is like go rape everybody and reproduce, have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, but this one was
Well, this one chilled out, but like his mission was pretty much to rape people and have a bunch of kids, and he was like, I'll just do the one.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
but yeah,
Speaking of
I don't
peak,
know.
let's talk about
It's okay.
lanterns.
Do we have to?
Yes, we
Gosh,
do. You see, if your internet wasn't terrible last week,
it's true. It would already be done. I
we
know.
we already have this over with. I had a whole thumbnail and everything that we couldn't even use.
I don't know what it was. I don't.
It was literally just the Brown Lantern and Hal Jordan. So, you've seen this trailer, right? I can't show it. Why aren't you showing it? I can't. That's I literally cannot show it. Otherwise, WB is gonna like cringe me out of here.
They'll murder us.
Yeah, let me move this over to my other screen so I can see the full thing.
My house will blow up if
Yeah,
I'll
they
have a
will
gas
bro.
leak.
I hate WB so much. They're so
Yeah.
lame. Anyway, um, notably, there's what do you, what there's one thing that I think has been pointed out a lot that was missing from this trailer.
Oh wow, a nature shot. Even the
I
nature
think there
shot.
was a tweet. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm like some massive Green Lantern fan. I know very little about Lantern Corps, but there was a tweet out there that is hilarious that summed it up pretty well, which was like, I remember when which this doesn't apply to me because I haven't read it. I haven't read Green Lantern, but it's like I remember when I used to read all those Green Lantern comics and sat there and was like, man, I can't wait to see them sit in a car. That pretty much
Even
sums
the
up the
ring
trailer.
doesn't look green.
It's not called Green Lantern because there's gonna be other colors in there, okay?
Okay, but the thing is, like I've heard that excuse a lot, like painfully so much. But the thing is, okay, so there's other lantern colors, right? There's yellow, red, there, whatever. I don't even know if they're gonna be in the show. I don't know.
Real quick, I'm gonna make a little guess.
But
I bet
but
I bet they're racist. I bet the bad guys are racist.
yeah, that's the most this group is racist shot I've ever
James
seen.
Gunn
But
hates Middle America.
anyway, um, even if it's not just green lanterns, there's no color. This is just brown. It's not even like, oh, it's not super green. There's no color. It's just beige.
All right, let's give it some positives real quick. The casting
Look at
is
that
really
shot.
good. The casting is really good. John Stewart, he
It's
looks
pretty good.
great.
Yeah,
Hal
he
Jordan, he
looks
looks
good.
great. Um, and anyway, uh, other positives. The trailer ended. The trailer was 2 minutes and 21 seconds long. They managed to get the HBO Max logo in the top right corner. And it appears that they did not die while filming. So,
Those are the positives.
okay. Uh,
Now,
okay, I'll be honest. As someone who's not listen, if you're a massive Green Lantern fan, I can totally understand why you'd see this and be like, why? Right? As a Daredevil fan, if you like the new Daredevil show is coming out, and then it's just like him. I I don't even there's I can't even think of something as dumb as it. Like he's like, I'm going to open a restaurant.
yeah,
And he's driving to the restaurant and the show's called Devil.
yeah,
Then I would be pissed too. In fairness, the show still could be pretty good. It just wouldn't exactly be a good Daredevil show. Um, I think there's a chance. I'm not gonna say I think because this DC Studios has given me absolutely zero hope for anything to be good.
zero
There is a
hope
chance
or
though. This could be
trust.
pretty good. This could be a fun little like murder mystery.
Could be.
Like
Yeah.
maybe that'd be pretty cool. Imagine if it was good.
Yeah, I can certainly imagine a world where that could happen.
Yeah, I
I can't even say I like the way it's shot because I
okay, but
don't. It looks horrible. It looks
here's what
horrible.
all the early reviews are gonna be. It's very True Detective-esque.
Yeah, that's
It's
all it's
like
gonna be.
Yellowstone. It's very this reminds you of this is like Taylor Sheridan.
So the problem with that is it's Green Lantern.
Man,
Like
it's so disappointing because I really like how Hal Jordan looks.
he looks good if it was just green. Dude, when he flies and there's
Yeah, I'm
literally
trying to find
nothing,
that right now. It that it just looks corny, dude. It just looks bad. Like this looks worse than if it was green. I'm gonna try to stabilize it to just the flight scene so that I can try to show that, but I'm gonna mute it too. Okay. So normally in comics and stuff like that, again, not a Green Lantern fan, so I know a lot of people really like Green Lantern. I don't blame him. He's very there's interesting stuff behind Green Lantern, right? The idea that he can create anything that he can
he's
imagine.
very cool because it's like,
Exactly.
as creative and intelligent as the writers are, that's how interesting and cool of a story you can
And
have,
I could be
which
wrong, but
is pretty
his
cool.
ability is based on his willpower, right?
Yeah, it's based
That's
on
the
will.
green, right? Is
That's
will.
green, and
Yellow
then the
fear.
other ones are different.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
red is rage.
he
Yeah.
has to he can't just it can't just create it. He has to also like have the will to do it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a green aura around him when he flies. No, no, no.
Even the literal, not even the rings,
What do you
not even the
mean?
rings,
What do you mean?
the
It's green. What do you
actual
mean? What do you mean it's
lantern,
green?
it's brown
Okay,
and
okay, it's
it's
neither, bro.
barely
Okay,
green.
it's neither, bro.
It's not bright
Literally,
at all.
I'm looking at it. It's green. What are you talking about, Snyder Bo?
Hold on. Let me look something up real quick.
Did you want to share your screen?
No, 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 no. This is just something that I have to say. So, in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. So, where the hell is the Green Lantern's light anywhere in this trailer? It it's there's none. Look at that. Look at that shot of the lantern. Can we get a little
Dude, and
shine?
how much you wanna bet? How much you wanna bet?
Throw a
How much?
freaking green
how
LED
much
in there.
how much do you wanna bet at some point in the show, right, since he so the show is Hal Jordan is training Jon Stewart. I think Hal Jordan dies at the end of the show, which that's a choice. I don't know if that's true, by the way, I'm pretty sure it is, but
It's
anyway,
probably what's gonna happen.
um, how much you wanna bet there's gonna be a moment where he's, like, telling him he's gotta say the motto, and he's like, "That's corny."
100%.
It's, like, supposed to be like a, "Oh, yeah, remember that cringe remember that cringe
It's
that cringe
literally
brightest day, blackest night?
it's
That
gonna
that's
be him
cringe."
saying it, and then there's gonna be like the music. It's gonna build bravado, and then it's gonna like, and
Like, I'm sorry, like, even if
then
you're
it's
doing
gonna be, well,
this
that was
realism
corny.
if you're doing this realism, I bet these guys are probably white supremacists or something like that.
Probably.
If you're doing this realism thing, you could have I still think it's probably not a good idea. You could have a moment like when Lionel is knighting Sir Raymond and he's doing the speech, right?
Dude, the type of
That
oh,
speech works well enough that like you could do a great scene like that. In like
yeah,
something's happening and there's great
brightest
music and
day.
it's real quick and brightest day and like that works. That's such a hard speech, bro. It goes crazy
It's
hard.
such a good speech.
Yeah, and it's a good motto, and that's the motto. It's the motto of the great. But yeah, it's I don't know. I so it's a murder mystery, I guess. Yellowstone-esque. Oh yeah, racism. This is racist
Also,
villains if I've seen it myself.
most of the, the bad guys we see in the trailer, it's just like dudes with guns.
Here's the infamous shot.
And it's Green Lantern.
This is well, you gotta think he hasn't worn his suit for a few years, so that's why. It's a Maxwell
It's
Lord
also,
suit. It's supposed to look bad.
why is it a physical suit?
No, it's a Maxwell Lord. It's supposed to look dumb.
Why is it not a construct?
It's
I
supposed to
like
look
I
dumb.
like meta wise that it's a physical suit that the actor's wearing. Why is it
No,
brown?
it's no, no, no. It's supposed to look dumb.
Why is it brown?
It's supposed to.
And why is it a physical suit in universe?
It's
Literally,
supposed.
literally all you have to do when he suits up, you do the little whoop, the green effect, whatever, and then the actor's wearing the suit. That's all you have to do.
Dude,
And it's a construct, has a little green aura. That's it.
this might be the most media illiterate thing
So,
I've ever. It's supposed to look bad. That's the whole point. It's corporate. It's
Um,
supposed to be garbage. Which is the common excuse I'm seeing for the suit. He clearly hasn't worn it in a while. Okay, it's still brown. Not wearing it a while would make
it's
it
still not.
dusty. It wouldn't coat it in brown.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
2, why are there lines? It's Maxwell Lord's design. Okay, oh,
It
whatever.
just looks bad.
3, it looks bad. It's supposed to look bad. It's a corporate design. Remember the Justice Gang?
Dude, if you're doing like a corporate commentary about, superhero suits looking bad, why are you doing that when you're launching universe? That's literally the dumbest thing ever. That's what you do deep into a universe. If you have your main good guys, and then you have this other group of corporate superheroes that rise up, and then you have them have that crappy corporate look, and then they're probably morally a little different from your main people. You don't start a universe with a bunch of crap. Oh, it's the corporate. They look like shit. They all look horrible.
No, it's Yellowstone. It's like Yellowstone in True Detective.
Like, why is this the show?
I just I would have honestly I don't care enough. Like I was hoping it's gonna be all right and still probably be a terrible Green Lantern show, but like I would have been cool to see one creation, like one thing pop up. It didn't have to be clever. It could just be a gun, you know?
Yeah,
Just be a
because
gun.
the thing about trailers is it's supposed to show your best, your coolest,
No,
and
no,
your
no, no, no,
most
no.
intriguing
You're
stuff,
wholly media
your most
illiterate. Wholly
thought-provoking
media
stuff.
illiterate.
That's what you show in your trailers so that people want to watch the thing. If this is the best of the show, it's gonna be it's gonna be worse than Superman.
Yeah, like Superman sucked. But don't get me wrong.
Horrible.
But don't get me wrong. I like that Guy Gardner was launching middle fingers out of the ground. That was kind of funny,
It was cool.
right?
He had personality.
Right? There's not a single thing. He doesn't use his power once.
Yeah, no, there was more visible Green Lantern constructs in the Superman trailer. Why is he running? Oh, he probably doesn't have the ring. I don't care. I don't care.
Just
I
like
don't care.
this looks.
That looks like shit.
It's the
I,
most replayed for a reason, dude. Oh my gosh! Wait, even just look at the like rotoscoping around him. I know it's frame by frame, but still,
you can, yeah, you can just see it.
yeah.
It
It's supposed.
also, I was like,
No, no, it's supposed to
maybe,
look awful.
maybe the flight and stuff is gonna look. It's gonna be like what Superman should have been. It looks just as bad. The flying looks just as bad, if not worse, than Superman. Because it's also not Superman flight; it's Green Lantern flight, and it's not the same.
Yeah, and David Lindelof, who's running the show, he's like the showrunner. He might be a writer. I don't remember. He might not be the showrunner. I don't remember. He's one of the guys involved. He's a J.J. Abrams guy. Uh, so that's a great sign.
Yeah, which is just a
Yeah, but he
fantastic
was like,
sign
he's
about
like,
his
he was like, we
quality.
don't want the green because that's corny. It was a joke. Yeah, it's a joke so that people don't think he's a nerd. That's what he's saying. He's like, nah, that all is corny.
The
You
comic
know,
book
am
stuff
I
is
am
lame.
I am I right, guys? Which Grant Morrison was like complaining about, which just has to bruise James Gunn's ego because it's the second thing he said about James Gunn where that was pretty negative, and Grant Morrison is James Gunn's hero. Um, yeah, dude, it's like just stop making garbage.
It quite literally is that simple. Just don't make dog crap.
All right, real quick, let's talk about
Fuck.
James Gunn's favorite subject.
One second. I was gonna throw something up real quick
Okay.
just so we have a little comparison. Sorry, my
Is it gonna be
computer's
the
freezing.
garbage Ryan Reynolds movie?
No. So this is our oh, oh shoot. Our hold on. All right, we have our green screen, so you can't actually see what it looks like. But this is sorry, this is actually kind of this is what we got from the show. This is, I have my green screen effect up, so it looks terrible, but this is the type of thing that the people in charge of this show think is corny and cool. That suit is awesome. You can't see the green, but it's there. It's black and green. It's tough. Black, green, and white. Super cool. And the speech is awesome. He uses the lantern, he uses the ring. It's just cool. And if you don't think this is cool, you shouldn't be allowed to touch Green Lantern. because this shit is cool. It quite literally is that simple.
Okay, Snyder, bro.
That's all I had. That's all
All
that
right.
was it. I
All
was
right,
just
Snyder, bro.
if you look at that panel and you aren't like, "Yeah, no, that's freaking sick. Green Lantern's cool." You should never be able to make a superhero project ever,
All right, Snyder, bro.
especially a show called Lanterns.
Someone likes Zack Snyder.
Big fan of him.
Anyway,
After this, I'm
finger
gonna spend 4 hours watching the Snyder Cut.
James Gunn skips first Warner Brothers staff meeting. I know he was green. All right, it was green, whatever. Uh, Meeting with David Ellison has questions about his DC future loom. So
Ooh,
apparently he skipped this meeting because they're in pre-production for Man of Tomorrow, uh, soon to be renamed to Superman, the Man of Tomorrow, I'd imagine. But for now, it's just Man of
maybe, maybe. We'll see.
Tomorrow, and which is
Who
weird because
knows who the Man of Tomorrow is? Could be any.
which
It's
is
probably
weird because
Jim
I was
Eels.
pretty sure that they weren't going to green screen anything if they didn't have a finished script. But I think he is done writing now. So
Good for him.
yeah, he greenlit it, and then like a month later, it was like first draft of the script, and it was like, hold on. Wait, you said no. Anyway,
Yeah.
and basically, so now that Paramount's buying Warner Brothers, everyone's like, well, big Trump guy, which is like David Ellison, like his dad, I think, is like friends with Trump. So the idea is that he's connected to Trump, and like, I don't know. They still let Starfleet Academy on the air. Um, So I, because I think there's the people on the right wing are like, it's gonna be MAGA Studios, and then the people on the left wing are like, this is gonna be MAGA Studios. When really it's probably just gonna stay bad,
It's just gonna stay
meh, meh to
where it
bad.
is now,
Yeah.
meh.
um,
Because, all the people that work there are the same.
yeah.
A different person owns it, but every other
But
employee
there were
is the
people. I
same.
think it was John Campea who was like, "I'm 100% certain, according to my opinion, that James Gunn is going to leave and go be second in command at Marvel because he doesn't want to work with Trump because he's principled and stuff. Um, so he's gonna leave being head of a studio to go
To be
be
second
second in
at a studio that
to a
fired him
studio that's dying as well.
and fired him.
Yeah. But anyway,
Just
there's
the
hope. So Superman, big success. Superman, of course. It was a massive hit. So much so that when it was announced that someone else was buying Warner Brothers, everyone, including the people who love Superman, were like, "Does this mean James Gunn is gonna get fired?" like, it's funny because everyone who's like Superman's bad is like, "Hopefully this means he gets fired." And everyone's good is like, "This means he's gonna get fired." I sure hope
Oh,
not. It's
no.
like, hold on, wait. If the
Not
movie was this
James.
big hit, like you were saying, why is he getting fired?
Yeah, if it made money, right? Right, if it was profitable, right? Which it was,
It might have
right?
made like $25.
It could have made a
Let's be fair.
crisp
Once it
Benjamin.
came to streaming, apparently it did pretty well. It might have covered catering. But Supergirl, that's coming out, and they spent a lot of money on that.
They spent way too much money on it. The good thing is, I will say for them, marketing has seemed not super high. I know they have a lot of time left and they'll ramp it up closer to when the movie's coming out.
It's been high
I'm saying
already, but
compared to
it's a summer blockbuster. They're gonna freaking market the crap out of it.
yeah, I know. They're gonna do exactly what they did with Superman. I'm
It'll be
just saying
dialed back a little bit compared to Superman,
it'll be a
but
little
it's honestly gonna
cheaper.
be probably negligent in the grand scheme, just because like I think they spent more on the production budget of this movie, according to
In
them. I don't
Superman?
think, according to the early leaks, but I think they spent way more on Superman that they didn't mention. Um,
Oh yeah, 100%.
but based off the numbers, I'm pretty sure, like the leaked numbers, I'm pretty sure Supergirl they had already spent more on. So
It
I don't know that that's necessarily true, but that's what I think. Anyway,
and it
um,
doesn't even like I Superman was a bad movie. But from
yeah,
the trailer, it's like, okay, this could go somewhere cool. The
I
Supergirl
from the
trailer,
first trailer, I thought Superman was gonna be good.
yeah, I was like, this could be, I was skeptical, but it was like this could be a really good movie. It based on the trailer, it's like there is a way that all of these scenes can exist, and this movie could be really good. The Supergirl trailer, it's not that it doesn't have that. It
Well, no,
already
you
looks bad.
hold on. You kind of forgot though. Superman sees the good in everyone, but she sees the truth.
Yeah, so you're in your second film in your universe, you are just shitting on the titular character of said universe. I just don't see how any human being could possibly think this is a good decision.
Well, it's not because they still don't have a Batman movie. So even regardless of if Supergirl's the greatest movie that's ever been made, it doesn't make any sense for your second film in your universe.
No.
When you own freaking Batman, doesn't even make sense to be the
Yeah.
first female character in your universe. You got Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is so much more compelling than Supergirl because Supergirl is literally just derivative Superman. Wonder Woman is a
Well, she's got
completely
more of a character
different
than that,
character.
but to the general
Well, okay,
person just
well,
looking at it is gonna see, yeah, it's just derivative Superman, which
powers wise,
fair.
it's like Wonder Woman is more interesting and compelling than Supergirl is because it's like, well, if I want a Kryptonian, I want Superman because it's Superman.
You're forgetting though, there's crypto. But this one's not like
No one
Superman.
cares.
No, this one's not like Superman or Peacemaker or any of that. This is more like Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's like a fun space adventure and it's got found family and like a CGI animal. So it's not like the other ones, but
Yeah, it's not like the other projects with, a found family, a
well, hold
ragtag
on.
group
You
that comes
can't. This one's
together
not.
with
No, no,
a
no. This
CGI
one's not
animal.
directed by James Gunn. So there, you're just it's Snyder, bro. You're just hating.
Well, it's not directed by him, but, the
No,
script
no,
was
no.
written by him.
It's literally not. No. You're wrong. It's not written or directed by him. He's just the head of the studio, right? He's just the executive producer, not the director. Okay, so you're wrong. And Supergirl's gonna do 1 billion. It's gonna beat Spider-Man.
Dude, the what's funny to me is Marvel first, the different movies had styles, like all movies do. And then over time, it was just like, here's the formula, and it doesn't matter who the director is, it's gonna come out basically the same. It's a formulaic. That's just how the Marvel movies are made. James Gunn is already there after this will be the third project. I'm not counting Peacemaker. That's bull. It's well, okay. I'll include Peacemaker, Peacemaker, and Superman. He's already there, and then
Creature
Supergirl.
Commandos.
Yes, that's not real.
That was
So
all him though. So that's 1, 2, 3. So this is his
I yeah
fourth
I
thing.
yeah I mean I'm saying the first thing that isn't his still looks like he made it. So like he brought in another person. He didn't bring in any different style or artistic vision or anything. It's literally just, hey, make me a James Gunn movie so I can do other stuff.
Hey, don't make a James Gunn movie. Let's make this one unique. Let's go with the fun space adventure.
Yeah, let's go with the fun space adventure with a ragtag found family and a CGI animal who's, nice and everybody loves him, but he's not the
No,
best.
no, hey, it's not like that at all because you don't understand. She's cynical though.
Yeah, but she's cynical because he's also never had that in any of his stories.
All right, let's
Nobody
give
was cynical in Guardians.
Spider-Man time. You ready? Let's move on from James Gunn's favorite subject, um, which is James Gunn. And by the way, the actual reason they skipped that meeting is because they're about to film a scene where his wife sleeps with a guy in a movie, and he couldn't miss that. So that was the actual
His
reason that
his
leaked
A his
actually,
AD couldn't be trusted with
allegedly.
that, so
Anyway, he had to film it in 6 angles in slow motion,
too
and he had to put a
important for his
terrible
AD to
with a
take care of.
terrible
He had
song.
to he needed to be there.
Anyway, I haven't seen this trailer at all. Let's go. Spider-Man brand new day. We're gonna watch
I
through
saw it
it.
this morning,
We're
but
gonna watch through it. We're gonna go back. This is kind of like what we did with the
do you
Daredevil
wanna watch
trailer.
all the way through, no pauses, and then come back?
Yeah. And this might have to get cut out in the re-upload because last time we did this with Daredevil, it got completely screwed over.
Yeah, that
Um,
was just because of the song, though, because
I
they
don't think it
literally
was
just
because
used
I
the
got
song.
copyright claimed on the trailer, not the song. So we watched
Well,
it muted. I think we watched through it muted.
oh, yeah, we did.
So anyway, we'll see. I may have to go back through. This is
Yeah,
also
no.
Sony, so that could I don't know. We'll see. This
We'll
very well
see.
could be cut out, but we'll go back through it anyway. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay. 90% of that looked great. I made a face at the start because I thought this shot looked pretty bad. This is green screener, so something about this doesn't look very good to me. When he
Yeah.
first puts it on. The only thing I really don't
I
like
like
about
this, but
I don't like Mark Ruffalo. I thought he wasn't gonna be in the movie, but he was in the movie. I think what was reported then was that it wasn't gonna be the, like, Mark Ruffalo Hulk where he's like
Professor Hulk.
yeah, it's gonna be Savage Hulk, which that's fine with I'm fine with that. But I
Yeah.
was really hoping to not have to see Mark Ruffalo. But you know what? I guess it'd be kinda cool if we get some more Bruce Banner stuff as much as Mark Ruffalo is annoying. Um
And
we
okay,
haven't gotten any Bruce Banner since what? I mean, we got a little bit of him and,
She-Hulk.
yeah, hold on, I just got I just got hit with the trailer thing, so hopefully the rest of the stream is on, but I don't know.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, I just got a little notification about, like so I will probably have to cut out that reaction. Um, anyway, yeah, I kinda thought the whole the whole we got 3 days, like, the whole not 3 days, the whole, like, first 3 movies that kinda wiped it, and now they're kinda just gonna separate it a bit. I kinda thought that meant we were done with Zendaya and what's his face? Jacob, I
What,
put
Jacob?
I got sauce for a second, I almost called him Wong because I thought the actor was Benedict Wong, but that is who plays Wong, because I was
Yeah.
thinking about Spider-Man No Way Home. Anyway, Jacob Batalon, who plays Ned, that's the character.
Yeah.
Um, I kinda thought we were done with that, and we could get, like, he goes to college, and it's just the replacement for his early high school years that we didn't really do in the so we'd get, like, Harry
Yeah.
and, like, Gwen and kinda just move on from the whole MJ. Because I kinda thought that was kinda what I read my interpretation of the ending of, No Way Home when he decides not to
Yeah.
go up to MJ, was
Yeah, it's
like
like
he was like, "Oh,
he's
her
moving
life
on.
is way better without this, and Ned's happier," even though I don't know why they'd be friends. Which there's a bunch of things about, like, why would the doctor how that thing works of, like so are they just friends and they have no idea why they're friends? Because it's not like they're really reconnecting without Peter, you know? But yeah, I like
Yeah.
him sitting upside down, that's funny enough, and then or clever enough. Um, yeah, he's on Instagram. Oh my gosh, Zendaya. Uh, freshly happily married now, Tom Holland and Zendaya, so good for them. Um,
Yeah.
e very, very amazing Spider-Man 2, I'm guessing they took some inspiration from that because that movie is
Yeah.
complete garbage, but the web swinging is really
The
good.
swinging is freaking awesome.
Yeah, yeah, the web swinging is
Oh,
very good, so there that makes up for that, but yeah,
yeah.
complete that movie's complete garbage, but they kinda clearly took some inspiration from that, I feel like. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to, like, trying to, like, think through my thoughts a bit here. I do like this little in the mask shot,
I
that's a new
really
clever
like
shot, we
that shot.
haven't really seen anything
No,
like
we've
that,
never seen that before with
with
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, so
I really like it.
I think that's pretty
And
clever.
that gives me a little hope that it's gonna be less of a, just a boring generic Marvel movie and it might have a distinct look to it.
Well, I think it's gonna have that because
Um,
this isn't even Marvel, this is Sony, and then Marvel's technically
yeah, yeah.
involved.
I just mean, Spider-Man usually does have more of its own. Even, the 3 Holland ones each kinda have a little something to them.
Yep.
I really hate the way those web shooters look.
I like him because 'cause they're homemade, he doesn't have the
I like
freaking,
that they're homemade.
tech.
They're pretty funky looking. Um,
What does his original web shooters look like?
a lot smaller, which is my problem. I'm
But
assuming
maybe it's like these hold more
we
web
might get a
fluid and, like
that's what I was gonna say. We might get a reason as, like, they're improved and they don't look great, but they're probably more durable and, like, probably hold more web fluid, or maybe we're gonna get some Insomniac Spider-Man gadgets, something like that, I don't know. Um,
yeah, so they were a bit here's the this is I think yeah, so this is from the Insomniac game. I'm gonna pull it up here in a second, but it is the suit that's like one for one. So
yeah,
this is probably the clearest angle we're actually gonna get thanks to the game. Um,
Fire game, by the way.
okay. I had to open like 7 different tabs. I hate when an image is from Reddit
Yeah,
because it makes
impossible.
me open 30 million things. So this kind of look you got here. They wrap all the way around. They clearly tuck in. Doesn't look like it holds much web flow. It almost looks like he's maybe doubling up his supply here with this. With these,
Yeah,
he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are a lit. These are actually a bit smaller. I mean, I know technically they're maybe a little bulkier in the like.
they're clunkier under the wrist, but they're
Yeah, but they are
total
smaller, they're
size
more
match.
compact. So it's maybe a mix of that. He maybe has included some of the stuff that he had in, like, the Tony Stark web shooters that he's learned how to develop. Who knows? Could be any
Yeah,
number of those things. Dude, I just I thought Ned was alright. I don't he's kind of fun, I guess. They wanted to avoid Harry
he's alright.
Osborn. Um
Yeah,
The Amazing Spider-Man it's probably The Amazing Spider-Man 2's fault. Or really, they kinda failed on back-to-back Green Goblin from Harry Potter thing or not Harry Potter, Harry Osborn things, so, I could kinda see why they'd maybe wanna go different
stay away
direction
from Harry. Yeah,
for a little bit at least. Dude, I don't know.
he looks
It's
too cool
I
in
feel
that
bad I feel bad saying this because they are
ranch. Like,
married. They are married, not not Ned and Peter, but I never really got the chemistry between Peter and MJ in these movies. Um
well, it's not that they don't have chemistry,
There's a
and
little
they're
bit in
like
No Way Home. There
there
was there
there's
was a bit
there's
bit in No Way
scenes
Home.
where it's like they should have romantic chemistry. They do, and they kind of get the awkward thing right, but it's like I just don't think they're two people that would be into each other.
It's weird. So they make MJ a weirdo,
Yeah, which
in
like they just
the
should. I
first
don't
one.
think they would be into each other.
In the first one, they made her a weirdo, like, and that was like a joke, and her name was Michelle, so it didn't matter. And then at the end of the movie, they're like, "Well, let's just have her be MJ," which was probably always the plan because it's Zendaya. She was always going to be a big role because
Yeah.
she's in everything. Oh, the Dune trailer. That's the other thing. I was trying to remember. I knew we were missing
Oh right.
something
Yeah.
big.
No, dude, the Dune
Sorry, that
trailer
was
looks pretty cool.
sorry, that was kind of only have the same complaints of like, all right, Zendaya, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I don't know. It's one thing, you're doing a. It's not. Technically it is a race swap because it's supposed to be Mary Jane.
Yeah.
But even then,
But
I don't.
it's like
It's a different character. I don't know. It was weird because in No Way Home there was a bit of chemistry, but it also still felt like they were in the awkward like post how they were in Far From Home, where it
it
was
felt
like,
like they
oh,
had
they're
been dating
awkward
too long to
teenagers.
still be the awkward teenagers. Like
Yeah. Um, but I mean, there was some chemistry there, and like
the emotional scenes, I think were good. Like
the
where
problem.
Peter was on the roof. That was
The problem
decent.
is there was one movie where he was into Liz,
Yeah.
and then there was another movie where he was into MJ, but there was not really anything going on there until towards the end of the movie. And then the third movie was all of a sudden it was like, yep, this been happening, this the thing now.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just kind of thought we were maybe gonna move on from that, you know. Um,
I wanted it to be, he moves on, he has to do different stuff now. But,
yeah, it's
this might not be
I like
terrible.
him washing his suit. It feels like, we didn't do the high school thing, which is like such a small amount of actual Spider-Man comics takes place in high school. Um, so that's always
But
I feel
that's
like
like the
something that gets
origin.
misconstrued. But that's something that's get misconstrued by everyone. Everyone's like, well, you should be a high schooler. It's such a small amount of actual Spider-Man stuff that I'm kind of they did 2 movies where he was 3 where he was still in high school. One was an actual high school movie, which I love Homecoming so much. And
Yeah.
the second one was a school trip. It sucks, whatever. They're not the worst Spider-Man movie. It's better than it's better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and probably the Amazing Spider-Man. That one's a closer one. But
No.
the
At
Amazing
least in
Spider
terms of enjoyability, definitely not.
yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal was great, but
Yeah,
unfortunately
he
his
was
character
good,
sucked.
but they just
And they
wrote
should
a
have just
more
done actual Mysterio.
actual Mysterio with Jake Gyllenhaal would have
Would
been
have been
so
great.
cool.
And then the third one is really good with some changes that I was like, oh, whatever. Um, and I'm so glad all of that is getting ripped away with Avengers Doomsday. So
Yeah,
um, yeah.
great. But I do like, poor living in a tiny apartment Peter.
This feels more like what Spider-Man. Now that he doesn't have they did it was gonna be hard because you had to remove some of the Avengers stuff. And how do you do that? You make everyone forget Peter Parker. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, get Kita City. That's funny. This girl's kind of creepy. Um, they're watching it. I don't
Why do you
like,
get it
are
from
they
that lady and not Kingpin?
that would actually you know what? I hate Daredevil Born Again. That would be a great shot
If it
of
was Kingpin
that
getting it
would
to him,
be a
that'd be
very I would
hilarious.
like that. I would have actually liked that. That would have been because there'd be some hint maybe they could do Kingpin, right, in
Because
this
this is
movie.
also after Born Again.
But yeah, dude, I mean,
So,
that would actually be very good. Like, because look, they did a horrible job setting it up, and it would require a lot of work to make it actually good. Mayor Kingpin's a very clever idea. Now it probably wouldn't work with the whole anti-vigilante thing, whatever.
yeah,
But
and
that
but
would have been a good, that would have been an interesting idea of
it's
him.
also a really cool idea that you have to set up. You
Yeah,
can't just be like, "Oh, yeah, he's mayor."
yeah. If the final shot from episode 1 of Born Again of him after he gets elected mayor was the season finale, and there was a whole show of not garbage that built up to in character assassination, I would have loved that shot because I'd still like
Yeah,
that shot. I just have to pretend nothing else that happened before it
yeah.
happened.
Him becoming mayor needed to be the end, not the beginning.
Yeah, also, vigilante's illegal, all that, whatever.
Yeah,
Um, they're not actually connected is kind of the thing. It's, like, loosely connected. We're back to basically how the Netflix shows were originally.
yeah.
Just now they're bad. I don't know, I just, like, they can't be friends, like, they just are like, "Yeah, we're just best
Like,
friends, and we just don't remember why."
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
they're gonna have to do a lot of explaining, I feel like, with this memory mechanic to, like, make some sense to me. Um This is why we
yeah.
should have
Because
just moved
it's
on. We should just let he should have been like, he saw him in the coffee shop and he was like, "Their lives is it's not I
they're
shouldn't bring him
safer
back
without.
into this,"
That was
you
literally
know?
the whole symbolism of like he saw her band aid and it was like when she's with me, she gets hurt.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
now that
don't know
she's
that that
not
was
she
always
has she
what
has
they
the line where it's like, it's better, like, it's I don't remember the exact line, but she's like, "It's getting better now, whatever." It's
yeah,
literally like, when she's with me, I get her hurt, and now that she's not with me, she is better and safer.
and they're not
That
stressed out
was
about me.
the point.
It's the whole
Yeah,
thing like, Matt does in season 3 of Daredevil, where he's like,
yeah.
"It's better if I'm just dead
It's
because
better if Matt
I'm gonna
Murdock is
go
dead.
yeah, I'm gonna go ruin everything anyway, so I don't need friends. I don't want friends anymore." But
Yeah.
yeah, then he goes to college or whatever he does, and he gets when we get Gwen Stacy, you could there's plenty of Spider-Man girlfriends out there you can do stuff with,
There's
alright?
like a million.
Yeah,
Spectacular Spider-Man did 17 at the same time. Like,
yeah. And you know what? You can also I know it'd be clunky, you can also just do Mary Jane, alright? Like, we can
it
we
could be,
can just
I guess I have a thing for MJs.
yeah, yeah, it might be a little clunky, but yeah. Um, yeah, most of the shots where he's diving through the city and swinging look great. Bro,
Yeah.
what Oh, no, I'm so worried about this Punisher thing. Why does he have a tank? What's he doing? He's got to be doing something. Um, let me get to the scene where
Well,
he
he
gets
doesn't
in.
have a tank. He has a van.
Okay, he has Van. He's chasing the tank into this car. And it might be the way the
It's
glasses
like,
because they were trying to brighten it up so you could see his face. Probably is what actually
yeah,
looks weird. Uh, it just I don't know. Something about it looks a little clunky, but kind of weird. I guess they know each other already.
I guess. I mean, this could
So
also be shortly after they
So
meet.
problematic MCU timeline problem here. Um, Punisher and Spider-Man went active at about the same time. This is the problem with kind of
In the
canonizing
same city.
same year, same It's like
Yeah,
summer of 2016 was when season 2 of Daredevil takes place.
yeah.
So, you know, kind of like just like this is kind of the problem with some of these like with recanonizing some of this stuff is like, you know, you
It
kind of forget
causes
that you kind
problems.
of forget the timeline. Like Spider-Man was active in 2016. That's when Civil War takes place. So he'd been active for 6 months before that. That means Daredevil, like most of that is happening at the same time Spider-Man's becoming active. Because for whatever reason, that feels like that was about 5 years before Homecoming,
But
but it
like
wasn't.
chronologically, it was yeah,
It
it
was
was
the same time.
the
It's literally
same
the
time.
same time. Yeah, so
Yeah,
technically Punisher was on his mass murder spree right when Spider-Man was active.
and it just never came up.
This is the problem when you were like, that's actually not canon. Now it's canon again.
Yeah, because you treated it like it wasn't canon. You didn't do anything about it, and then you're like, no, it's
Bro,
canon.
look, I will always love John Bernthal as John Bernthal. So I'm sure look, he probably as long as he wrote every Punisher scene, I'm sure it's great because that was the only way Born
He's the
Again
best Punisher writer
did.
currently working.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. He blows the glass off. You know, he's kind of. So I guess I don't know if this is the new logo. There was rumors he's getting a new logo. You know, because all the bad cops are taking it. I don't know.
I mean, dude, if it's just like a slightly different skull that still looks cool, it's like, okay, he repainted it. It's
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
I'm gonna be curious to see what they do with Punisher here.
dude, I also just love that, like, in Born Again and this, it's like Frank Castle, known vigilante, must be going to the barber like once a week because his shit is fresh. Like,
He always
Like,
does have that
season
low taper
season
fade.
2, he had the hippie look, and it was like it was a plot point, and then he buzzed his hair
We
because he was
did
like,
no, remember,
I
in
don't wanna look
season
like a
1
hipster."
so in his first appearance in Born Again, he had the longer hair, and
Yeah.
then, like, Karen was like, "You gotta get active again and help Matt," and he was like, "Alright, let me go visit the
Right.
barber real quick. Let me go visit
Let me
Luke Cage at the
let
barber shop."
let me go get my shit
That's not a
straight real
racist
quick.
thing. Luke Cage works at a barber
He
shop
literally works at a
in
barber shop.
season 1, alright? That wasn't a
Yeah.
racist joke. That was literally what I'm just again pointing out how ridiculous it is that technically all this is canon now.
That was also always so funny because he's bald, and he works at a barber shop, and it's like,
What?
you don't have
That's
hair.
even dude, that's even more problematic if that's canon, because technically is canon as well. Mahershala Ali's in that show, and they were gonna do Blade with Mahershala Ali, which that technically isn't happening, so it's no longer problematic, but,
Yeah, they just, like,
yeah,
stalled Mahershala Ali's career for, like, 6 years.
I'll be curious to see what they do with Punisher here. But I care far more about this than freaking House Party MJ
Freaking
and Ned, like
Paul.
yeah, this is a choice,
They're doing
uh,
Paul.
to bring Paul.
Known
Again, I don't really care. To me,
widely
I don't
loved
really care because I
comic.
don't care. I don't want Peter Parker to be with Michelle, so I don't
No.
care about this.
My thing is, I don't care, but why is this ha in it? This could be happening in the background. I don't give a shit.
It's a choice. It's
Why
a
are
choice.
we seeing it? I don't
Yeah.
This doesn't
So
matter.
for anyone who doesn't know,
There could
Paul
be
is
listen,
probably the most hated character in comics.
yeah, they could address the whole, MJ and Ned in some throwaway lines where he, like, finds out that she, like, I don't know, got married or something, or like it could be passing stuff where he's like, "Oh, Ned won this award for, these
They
classes
both
he's in,
killed
whatever."
themselves. They both died in a car crash.
I'm just saying, like, that could be the connection you get is him like, "Oh, wow, Ned did wow, good for Ned," something like
Imma be
that. And
honest,
then,
don't
MJ did
mention
it.
it. Pretend it's like a standalone superhero trilogy. It's just like
I would prefer that, but if you're going to address them, do it like that, have it in the background. I don't wanna just watch this crap the
so
whole time because it's weird,
let
and then
me
they live right next to each other. It's
let
weird.
me give a little let me give a little input here. So Paul is the most hated character in comics. So Spider-Man, that's like the most famous superhero of all time. He's up there with Batman, you know? Um,
Yeah,
used to be the biggest selling comic book Marvel had. He gets married to MJ. We get One More Day storyline, which is Mephisto and Peter makes a deal with Mephisto, and the deal is that his entire life with MJ didn't happen. Basically, meta Marvel writers were like, Spider-Man can't be married. That's not good. So then they launched a
Spider-Man
comic
can be
Brand New
happy
Day. They launched a comic Brand New Day, which everyone hates because MJ has a new guy, and that's Paul. So they're cucking Peter Parker,
with Paul.
and that's why everyone's like, "Why would you title it Brand New Day? That's not a good idea."
Yeah,
Um, so I'm glad to see Paul's here because clearly that was something worth bringing in. And by the
yeah,
way, now Spider-Man doesn't even sell in like the top 50 of comics. So,
yeah,
and he hasn't since Brand New Day.
since
Yeah,
Paul.
dude, I don't know, man. It's like
The evolving thing, him getting organic webs, I think that's kinda cool.
it's kind of an
Uh,
origin without having to do origin type thing, you know?
yeah, it's almost like a new origin kinda thing.
Yep. So
Dude,
he
Tom
does.
Holland is freaking huge.
Yeah, he got
The
big. He's
shot
gotten
where he falls
bigger
out of the thing and catches himself, he is big.
because he was still pretty small in Homecoming.
Yeah, he was pretty jacked, but he was pretty lean, and he looks freaking huge. I
So
don't
he does go
yeah,
to Empire State. Like, dude, I'm
jacked.
fine with all this. I'm fine with all this. Um, Again, I just wish it didn't have Zendaya and freaking Jake
And
Gyllenhaal.
listen, I think they're gonna do the whole
I
do you know the comic with Hulk where he's like, Bruce forgot, Hulk remembers. I think they're gonna do that crap, but the thing is, he never met Hulk, ever. Maybe
yeah,
as
yeah,
Spider-Man,
here we go.
technically.
There's a
Yeah,
good
no,
freeze frame.
that's just ridiculous.
And this doesn't look like steroids jacked either. This is like
No, that's
Tom
just like
Holland's been
he
freaking like
grinding.
like
He's get
cutting.
he's been getting buff.
He don't drink beer because he was an alcoholic for a while, so he just be sitting there, got nothing else to do.
He just sits there,
His
he's
wife gets
tough.
paid a crap ton of money to be in movies, so he only has to do Spider-Man. He loves Spider-Man, so he's gonna do Spider-Man and just go to the gym. That's what he does.
Pretty good for him.
Yeah. Um,
He's just buff and he's Spider-Man.
in all honesty, I do feel bad for him because like a lot of his other stuff is a lot of his other film projects have like tanked and like he
Yeah.
basically only has Spider-Man anymore. And I
He
think he
still
loves
has
doing
because he is
Spider-Man.
like he's a pretty solid actor. He
Yeah.
has the ability to do other
I
stuff. He's just
look,
like,
unlike Mark Ruffalo, all right, he's annoying. We should stop whining all the time. Avengers is still the best Hulk movie.
yes.
So, um,
Also,
also the last time we got any good Bruce Banner stuff was in 2012 with Avengers. So if we could get some good Bruce Banner stuff, that'd be pretty cool.
what's on Bruce's wrist there?
I'm going to guess it is. It maybe it's a. Is it? Isn't it because his hand's injured from the snap? That's probably what it is.
Oh, yeah, I guess it could be
It's
that.
probably something for that. Would be my guess.
Yeah,
Um,
that's probably what it is.
so he's getting scanned here, which I don't know what. So this is how he finds out. So I wonder.
He's
You
a
hear a
butler.
voice. You do hear a voice. I
I
don't know who
thought
it
it
is, but it's the guy who voices. He's in MW. He's in Modern Warfare 2. He voices the corporal, and he also is the president in Rick and Morty.
yeah.
It's that
I
same guy. I can't remember the actor's name.
I thought it was the guy, he's the scientist in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought it was him for a
It's not
second
yeah,
because
I
it's a
thought for a
similar
second,
voice,
but it's,
but it's
this is who is this? What is this guy's actor? Keith David. Oh, no, it is the
yes?
he is in, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, so it's him.
I think. Now I might be
No,
tweaking.
it's
Well, I know there's, Lawrence Fishburne's in Ant-Man and the Wasp. No, this guy, he's not in Ant-Man and the Wasp, he's in something else. Hold on, what is Keith David been in? Hold on, give me 1 second. At least I'm fairly certain that's whose voice that is. Oh, I'm totally picturing him in Community and thinking that he's in the Marvel project. That's totally what it is.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Who is he? Who was he in Community?
He showed up and he was a post Chevy Chase leaving.
Oh, okay, okay.
That might not be whose voice that is. I'm pretty sure it is. He was in Shelby Oaks.
He was in 21 Bridges.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's whose voice that is, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe it is Lawrence Fishburne. I don't think it is though.
No, I think it is him.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner.
Try to find the voice again.
Your name was?
Enormously dangerous.
Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what get with Bruce Banner here. Let's keep it going here. Is this Sadie Sink probably? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Sadie Sink here, gonna be Jean Grey. Not any of those other freaking things that scoopers were reporting, because that was always stupid. Obviously, she was going to be Jean Grey, and sure enough, she's gonna be Jean Grey. How about that?
She's gonna be Cass Summers.
Yeah, like it was like let's stop being stupid. Let's do that. All right.
Dude, have you seen the shot of like the girl in the bus with the bleached hair and people are like, "It's Rogue. It's Rogue." If that's Rogue,
I like this shot. You know him
it
visiting
ain't Rogue.
Aunt May's grave. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna again. It's like really. What are the odds that an Avenger is gonna work with some random kid? So we're gonna have to get something here to like justify a lot of this stuff. Because it's one thing if he remembers, oh my gosh, it's Spider-Man, but he doesn't. He's like, who are you? Because no one knows who Peter Parker is. Um, so we got that. We got that going. couple.
It's just a girl on a bus, bro. It's not Rogue.
Yeah, is Corbin still here? Hey, Corbin, if you're still here, Rogue's a Jets fan.
Corbin's gonna kill himself.
Corbin hates Rogue. Yeah, so we got a tank driver. I'm assuming this is still involved. Probably Punisher chase. Bro, great idea. Whoever was like, let's recreate Amazing Fantasy 15. Gene, you are smart. You deserve more money.
You are a smart person. You should get money for
Yes,
this.
this is a great shot. This should be used in all of the marketing, all of the posters. This should be it. All right, this is a classic. It's Amazing Fantasy 15. Anyone who doesn't know, it's the first issue Spider-Man appeared in. Um, it's like the second most valuable comic book if you have it in Mint. I believe Action Comics 1 is the most valuable. And that might have been complete misinformation, but it is one of the most valuable comics if you get it in complete Mint is Amazing Fantasy 15. I do believe Action Comics 1 is the most valuable. I don't think that part was misinformation. But anyway, I love that shot. That looks great. So what's going on here? Which villain is this? Is this a villain? I'm assuming. I hate YouTube so much. I just want to zoom in. So we got
Agent Venom.
boomerangs. We got boomerangs going here.
Oh yeah,
It's not Screwball, is it? Kind of got the look. Who's Boomerang Spider? Who's this gonna be? Who's this gonna be? Anyone know?
Oh, he's just called Boomerang.
That's the DC character. Is there a Marvel character named Boom? I guess it's not.
Oh
Captain
wait. Oh
Boomerang.
yeah, you're right. Hold on. No, it's Fred
Oh yeah,
Myers.
no,
He's
it
just
is.
called Boomerang.
Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, I know who that is. I had to see his different costume. I've seen that guy before. I had to see his comic costume. Anyway, that's cool. So we're getting some smaller villains in.
Some
That's
straight
good.
level villains. That's a good
Yep,
sign.
yep. We
So
got
I mean,
that.
we could get.
So who's this?
I think it's the Hand.
Well, no, this guy though. I don't think this guy's the Hand.
Oh,
This guy's got freaking talons on his feet.
Oh, I don't know.
This shot looks good too.
I think we might get like how Fantastic Four starts and it shows them taking down a bunch of villains. We could get something kind of similar in this.
As long as it's actually in the movie.
I mean, like in the opening,
I'm just saying, as long as it's actually in the movie, that's cool.
The first stretch of the movie could be like, montage of him taking down small villains, going through his day to day. It could be stuff like that.
So that is Tarantula, by the way. That is this villain.
Okay.
Another one I haven't heard of. I had seen Boomerang before. I didn't know his name, but I'd never heard of Tarantula before. So that's cool. It's nice to introduce some rogues galleries. I feel like Marvel hasn't really done this ever.
Mm-hmm.
You just establish there's some there. Bro, there's no way this is the Hand. Because that was my first thought too. But surely not, right?
So he's in prison?
He's got his mask
Why?
off. They're about to execute him?
I don't know why he's in prison.
Well, I'm sure that's what the movie's for.
Well, duh. But
Okay, and he's about to block this sword like he has Wonder Woman gauntlets on.
well, no, just play the clip.
I'm just saying that's what it looks like. Yeah, so he blocks it with that. There's no way this is the Hand, right?
I don't know.
What other ninja villains are there in the MCU? Or not the MCU, in Marvel?
I think it's the Hand.
Okay, I hate Red.
Nobu could come back to life again.
Firstly, the Hand is not known to negotiate. They prefer stab, stab, kill, kill. Okay, it seems like it's pretty common sentiment online that this is probably the Hand. Which honestly, that's fine. I can't really think of anyone else who could be the Hand.
Yeah. Ooh, theory.
What?
He's going to prison to break Jean Grey out, perhaps. If she's in prison somewhere for whatever reason. and maybe they think she's a black sky.
I hope not. Let's leave the Black Sky on Netflix. All right, let's go.
I'm not
Let's
saying
do the
that would be
Beast.
good. I'm
Let's
not saying
bring.
I don't think that would be good,
Let's bring in the Beast. Let's stop
but it could
with
happen.
Black Sky. Black Sky was like Netflix was like, we can't do the Beast. That's too weird. Let's do
Well,
the
yeah, they
Black
should call
Sky
it the Beast,
instead.
but
No. But the Beast shouldn't be a human. It should be a beast.
fair.
Do you know what the Beast looks like? By the way,
No.
I will show it to you.
But yeah, I don't know. That was just the first thing that popped into my head. Otherwise, I was like, I know there's the comic where yeah, it's a kingpin thing, which probably wouldn't be in this, but
This is the
you know,
Beast.
oh
Let's not make
yeah,
that Sadie sink. That's a little offensive to her.
yeah, no,
She's way more attractive than that.
yeah, yeah,
So here's we'll see. There's talk that potentially Daredevil Born Again season 3, yay, is gonna be Devil's Reign, which is how they take down Mayor Kingpin, but it ultimately involves the Hand. I believe it was rumored. I don't know if it was official that Elodie Young was going to be back as Elektra in season 2 of Born Again.
hmm
I'm assuming Foggy's coming back to life, even if he is actually dead. Which that might be some Hand stuff.
yeah, some hand
Look,
stuff,
look, the
another
Hand.
resurrection thing.
Some of the Hand in season 2, it's like there's some ideas there, and the Hand is a very interesting comic kind of villain idea to do.
But it's also like I just
The
don't want it because
Defender
I want
sucks
Daredevil to be
cheeks.
street
Defender
level.
sucks cheeks. Well, I'm fine if the Hand is Daredevil villain because the Hand is the coolest Daredevil villain there is.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's
Defenders is
like
just booty cheeks though, and Defenders
yeah,
kind of ruined most of the Hand stuff. So did
yeah.
Iron Fist. Defenders and Iron Fist like tag team ruined the Hand.
Yeah, it was like, dude, all the hand you see in Daredevil, it's like, okay, this is really interesting. I want to know where this is going. And then you watch Iron Fist and you're like, oh, that sucks. And then you watch Defenders and you're like, oh, meh.
Yeah.
It was so
Um,
much cooler when I didn't know about it.
but yeah, so you know what? I don't hate your theory because I mean, if we're sticking with
I
the
mean,
Black Sky
that's a
thing, let's
that's a
freaking do it. I guess.
possible thing. And then it's definitely not this, but I know there's the one where, Peter goes into prison to kill Kingpin and he's like, Spider-Man doesn't kill, but Peter Parker does.
I'd never heard that
It's
one.
definitely not that, but, that's
What are
another
they doing?
Spider-Man being in
Sticks they're
prison
holding.
thing.
See this?
Oh, yeah.
They're a weapon.
Um,
Is this an
shock
issue?
sticks or something.
I don't know.
I
What
mean,
does this
that's a
Hand
cool
look
shot.
like
I
in?
really like the shot.
Let's look at the Hand in Daredevil season 2.
He's hitting the little Tai Lung pose.
Okay, I would assume that this is in fact the Hand because this is a reminder in season 1. It's kind of what Nobu was looking like. Um, did it just stop? Okay, great. I'll pull this back up in a second. This is kind of what Nobu was looking like in season 1 of Daredevil.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the end.
But then on top of that, in case you want more theories, also this involves the new Punisher logo, which that's cool.
What involves the new
Hold
Punisher
on, hold
logo?
on. It's a freaking Reddit image, so it's gonna make me freaking open it 12 times. Okay. But this is the Hand in the comics. But yeah, there's also the new Punisher logo, which
Mm,
boo.
looks horrible. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
not a
just
skull.
stupid. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's kind of. I feel like it's kind of
Yeah,
dumb.
no,
But
that's
if there are other red ninjas in Spider-Man comics that I don't know about, now the only counter you can probably say easily would be like, yeah, but that being said, this is how the grunts looked in the MCU. Technically, they
true.
got black. I don't know, dude. Look, if they do the Hand right, that'd be sick. Let's just do the Beast though. Let's not
Yeah.
do. So is this logic would tell me this is supposed to be Elektra. I don't think it is Elektra, nor do I think Elektra is going to be in this movie. But
I've also seen a lot that there's definitely people below him digitally edited out for the trailer, like in No Way Home, which I could kind
mm,
of buy because the guy on the
I okay,
bottom left is
I
looking
guess
like
what would
straight
be the
ahead.
what would be the
Could be
big
Hulk.
thing? The big thing here would be what?
Actually,
Daredevil,
it
right?
would. Yeah, it could be Daredevil.
I'm gonna be honest. The thing that makes the most sense is Daredevil's in this movie. I don't think he is because,
No,
but like,
I
bro, Punisher, the Hand, Spider-Man, like it makes sense
where's
that
there?
it makes sense that
If
Daredevil's supposed
Daredevil's
to be.
not in it, where is he?
Yes,
I think what's probably gonna happen is after Born Again is all the way out, then the following trailer will have Daredevil in it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Daredevil's in this movie. But
He
if
should
this is
be.
actually the Hand, and by the way, if they can actually write shit to Matt Murdock to be not terrible, like
Hold on, that could be Shang-Chi's sister.
that might be Simu Liu himself.
It could be him. He's probably the first one to die though,
Hold
because
on,
his
hold on, hold
sister's a
on.
better
It
fighter than
might
him
be
from
K
watching
Bess.
him. It K-Vest, save us. Please save us.
I have this guy is the only reason I would say these two guys here are the only reason I'd say there's someone to edit out.
Yeah, because they're looking like straight down. The first thing I would say is, Hulk, because he'd be leaping, but they wouldn't be trying to fight Hulk with swords. So it's not that.
Hold on. They are going up towards him though.
They are.
Feel like.
It's just it's like the first frames.
Well, maybe not. They're a little low.
It's like the first
Dude,
frames. They also look like they're going
imagine
forward.
it was like a good Daredevil though. It'd be so good.
Dude, Daredevil Spider-Man combo, if it was good, would
It
be
won't be, but that'd be
awesome.
pretty
But
cool.
but think about if it was.
But it won't be. And it
But
wouldn't.
think
I am incapable of believing anyone could write Daredevil right anymore.
it's not hard. They also
Dude,
don't
but
have
that'd be-
Father
but
Lantum,
imagine how
so
cool that
all
would
of the cool
But
dialogue he
well,
had
you know
with
what?
him.
It's good though. It's a good thing is they have Maggie, who was established in season 3. So I'm glad that she was in Born Again season
Yeah,
1.
good thing they utilized Maggie for all the freaking awesome dialogue they could have had, like he did with Father Lantum, because she's his new, connection to his
Hey,
own Catholicism.
at least his classic friends, Cherry and Kirsten McDuffie, are there. You remember all the good times we had with Cherry and
Remember all the
Kirsten
good
McDuffie?
times with Sherry.
Um,
I'm not gonna watch you throw your life
dude,
away,
dude,
Matt.
that's the okay. So it's pretty clear Hulk's gonna be in this movie. So I have a hard time understanding why they would want to digitally edit a Hulk out of the movie.
Yeah, so it's got to be something else. It wouldn't be that. I know it's not Hulk 2, because Hulk would literally just rip all those people in half.
Bro, even if it's just for like a little 5 minutes, imagine it is Daredevil though. Imagine it's Daredevil and he's not wearing these biker suits anymore. Imagine season 2 of Born Again ends and he dons the skin tight, fully comic accurate red double D's. And the show sucked, but at least that suit looks kind of cool. And it's like he's like, I gotta go. The hand is back. And all of it sucks because there's no way it's gonna be good. But then you get a
throws the-
really
he-
awesome
he
Daredevil
throws-
moment in
throws
season.
on. He has the
in Brand New Day.
batons.
No, I don't want the ropes. The ropes implies that he's not wearing his comic accurate suit.
Okay, but the ropes are so cool, though.
You know what else is cool?
His comic accurate.
Yeah, his
suit.
comic book suit's pretty cool.
Sorry, I really like the season 3, dirty laundry rope suit. I just like it.
Yeah, I like his comic suit better.
Well, yeah.
I also even like his Netflix suit better. I just wish it had double D's, but
Yeah, it's a
I
really
just
cool.
wish he was wearing it in season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also find it a little weird that like they'd be prioritizing Spider-Man if Daredevil's there. The Hand tends to think Daredevil kind of like big deal. He was trained by a chaste, he's that's
Yeah.
big no. Imagine it's Stick. Imagine it's not even Daredevil. It's just Stick. I know he's dead, but that would be. I would literally give a standing ovation if Stick showed up in Spider-Man Brand New
Dude,
Day.
he would have to. You know how far he would have to like leap for him to be at that
Dude,
angle.
I love Stick though.
Stick is so cool, but like,
Hold on, it might be Danny Rand.
I'm Danny Rand.
And I'm
But
Peter
it-
Parker.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
like,
they
wait,
guaranteed bigger pop than Andrew
wait,
Garfield and Tobey Maguire when Finn Jones shows up in this movie.
who is that guy over there? I'm Danny Rand. Dude, if he comes back to
You
be
remember in
Iron
your
Fist
theater
and
how
he
big
doesn't say I'm Danny Rand at least 12 times, I will be furious.
you remember how big the theater pop is when we got Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire? Imagine how big it'd be if we
Dwarfed.
got Finn Jones.
Dwarfed. It also the first shot has to be like, pan up to his face and then I'm Danny Rand. It would be
And then
like
it
the
cuts to
Minecraft
black,
movie
and then it cuts to black. Danny
and the
Rand will
movie's over.
return in Avengers Doomsday. Oh my gosh,
Dude,
it'd be so hype.
in the middle of the movie, it cuts away. It says Danny Rand will return in Avengers Doomsday, and then it just goes back to the movie.
So this was supposed to be after Doomsday, is I guess another interesting point. Initially, the movie was supposed to come out after Doomsday. So what does that mean for Doomsday? Who cares? Doomsday is gonna suck, and I think this movie actually might be good.
Yeah.
And pretty tough. I'm gonna be honest. It's like you got Punisher, you got all these other characters. Why don't you have Daredevil? Why don't you have Kingpin? I would love to see Tom Holland Spider-Man interact with real Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin, not whatever that fake Born Again stuff is.
Yeah. Dude, it also, if I'm Sony, why Hulk? With the current state of everything, Hulk is not the best pick.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Just 'cause
interesting. So
It's interesting, but like if you're going with the hand, you don't want to take Hulk because that's just a different level of like,
yeah. So basically, just so everyone wants to know, initially, I believe what it was. Sony wanted to do multiverse because they're stupid. And
Yeah,
Kevin
'cause they're
Feige
dumb.
was like, no, but you can have some characters. And apparently, they said we want Punisher and Hulk.
Yeah.
Apparently, and at least this is like we asked for these characters. These are the characters who are able to be used.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just also be like, and Daredevil? Why wouldn't you mix that one in there? We went Daredevil Kingpin
Yeah.
because it's in New York, and then Punisher and the Hulk, and that way it ties in with your Disney Plus stuff. And why wouldn't they jump at that? I feel like
why would
I feel
Marvel
like Kevin
go,
Feige
"Oh,
would be
we could have a
pushing.
Spider-Man Daredevil project?"
I feel like they would
Yes.
be pushing for that,
Yeah, if they
especially
could have
with how badly Born Again underperformed.
And it's also like
They started filming this after Born Again underperformed. I feel like, but then again, I also feel like you'd want to include him in this trailer. That way,
yeah. They also the thing is they don't get a
there was
lot of
hype.
they don't get a lot of Spider-Man and they don't get a lot of Spider-Man with their people. So they should be chomping at the bit to do Daredevil Spider-Man.
Yeah, I guess the problem is they don't make money, but it kind of feels like they're not really making money from Daredevil.
But it
anyway, and
also
kinda
builds it
hates
just
it.
builds Daredevil more. Like it doesn't I mean maybe they're just being greedy and they're keeping Daredevil and they're like, "Ah, no, we get to use all of his stuff
Well,
and
yeah,
then they
it's
get to
just a
ruin
weird
him."
thing because they thought Born Again was gonna be a home run.
Yeah, they thought it was a
And then it underperformed
out of
compared
the
to
park,
Agatha All Along. It had less viewers than Agatha
which
All Along.
is like in my
So
opinion, Daredevil, the Netflix show, is the best self-contained single project Marvel has ever made. Which is,
would you consider Avengers self-contained? I know it's technically a group of
I'm just
2, but
saying like
I'm just
single
asking because you
project.
could watch Avengers standalone,
You
and you'd
can.
only be missing Iron Man stuff, kind of.
This is true. I
Some
think
Captain
it's
America stuff. I wouldn't say okay,
it's
maybe not
my
Avengers, but
thing
maybe
is my thing is it's hard to compare it to any one
what about Iron
movie.
Man? What about Iron Man? Compare it to
It's
Iron Man.
it's hard because the amount of time is so different because it's way bigger, but I think it's better
It's the best
because
quality for quantity mix. It's not the best because
yes.
Iron Man exists. And Iron
Yes.
Man overall,
I
I think
just
is better than all of Daredevil combined.
that's
Just because
fair.
there are
I
some
just
roles in Daredevil, a couple, not
yeah,
very many, but there are a couple.
there are a couple like, ooh, that wasn't great. But I think it's if not the best, it's in the top 3 greatest projects Marvel has ever made on the big screen. Well, on to screen. Um and then you just shit on it. And I don't know how you go from, again, in my opinion, top 3 Marvel project ever to losing to Agatha All Along, a side character no one wanted from a show no one wanted, getting a show no one wanted.
Yeah, pretty underwhelming.
Yeah,
Daredevil's B list. Yeah, and you know what? Agatha is Z list. Like
Agatha,
Agatha ain't
you
in
can
the
go
alphabet.
you can ask somebody if they know who Daredevil is, and they might not know like a lot, but they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know a little bit about there." If you say who's Agatha, they'd be
They'd
what?
be like, "Oh, Agatha Harkness from WandaVision. Oh yeah,
Yeah, they would
who's
go.
that? Daredevil? Is that you say? Is that French?
Deville,
Is
Deville,
is it
Deville,
French?
Deville.
Am I saying it right?
Is it
Matt Murdock.
Murdoch?
Is he Irish?
Murdoch?
Is that like an
Murdoch?
Irish thing? Yeah, exactly. Dude, that'd be sick if like there was like a good Daredevil in this.
That'd be so cool. But it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and then their neighbors, friendly neighbor.
Friendly neighbor. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of funny,
yeah. It's just
but
I don't know. I'm just kind of turned off by any Zendaya and so look. What are they
yeah,
playing? Like, look at that. Look, we got here. We got a little. Hold on, this is interesting. So we kind of got like a evidence board looking thing here.
yeah. Well, okay. It erased Peter, but even without Peter, MJ was still like inquisitive about Spider-Man. So, and she did have a lot of run-ins with Spider-Man. So it would kind of make sense that she was like trying to figure out who he was.
Yeah, that is true. So does she technically remember being swung through the city by Spider-Man? What is the point where she stops remembering? If they did a makeout where he lifted the mask up to his nose, but his face wasn't in it, does she remember that?
Here's
This is a
my
problem with
thought.
that memory spell.
My thought is anytime she was with Spider-Man where she knew it was Peter in the moment, she would not remember that. But anything before she knew, she would still have, and she would lose all memories of just Peter. So it would be like all of her evidence is kind of leading her nowhere because all of the evidence led towards Peter. So she has
Yeah.
all of this stuff, but it literally goes nowhere. So that would also kind
Alt
of be like
alternate question.
thing, I
So does that
guess.
mean Ned has a flashing again, this is probably looking too deep and they're not gonna answer this anyway. Does that mean Ned has a flashing memory of sitting in somebody's bedroom holding a Lego Death Star and then Spider-Man crawled on the ceiling and then he just blacks out and forgets everything for the next 4 years?
The other thing, I think it's like
I'm just saying, you wanna get like super in the weeds. He
I don't think
technically
you would
sees
remember anything of, Peter's apartment or probably
That's
May
probably true, but that
or
is a funny thought. Is he just like has one random memory of like just sitting in a random guy's bedroom, and then Spider-Man shows up, and then he forgets everything for the next like 4 years.
yeah. It also kind of against the point I was trying to make there. Happy new May still.
Yeah.
So Ned would still know May.
So it gets even weirder.
Yeah. And it's also like Ned only knew Spider-Man.
So he was in May Parker's apartment.
Well, yeah, and then it's like, okay,
I'm
so
just
happy knew May because of Peter and Spider-Man, so he still knew Spider-Man, but he didn't know Peter. But
but also
why
for
would he
Happy
then
never knew Spider-Man as Spider-Man. He only knew him as Peter, which is a whole other thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, he never knew Spider-Man as just Spider-Man. He always knew him as Peter. So that's a whole other can of worms. And then yeah, him knowing
It just clicked for me. I know
May
who's jumping with him at the end there. Dude. No, you can keep talking because I can literally prove this to you in 5 seconds. Give me 1 second. I gotta work on this. Hold on.
This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad.
Dude, oh my gosh, it just all clicked. No, literally you're gonna see this and you're gonna be like, dude, that's not even edited. That's literally what it is. That's literally who it is. You gotta keep talking because it's gonna take me a second.
Um yeah, but memory spell, MJ being curious about Spider-Man makes sense. Ned, I guess the Paul dynamic is probably gonna be like, why are you so obsessed with Spider-Man when we're dating? And then her and Paul probably will break up because of that. And then there was the shot of just Peter and MJ when he's like suited up. So I think they're gonna end up back together, which is painful, but it's probably gonna happen. Because you do have to think about the meta. They are married in real life, and that will affect the writing. because I think that's why he ended up dating MJ in the first place, is because they ended up dating in real life,
Well,
and they're
no,
like,
that was
"Ah,
always
they're gonna
probably
have
the plan. That was
chemistry."
probably always the plan because they made
It
her
probably
MJ.
there probably was yeah, probably, but I think it certainly cemented it and influenced it because, they started dating,
Well, I think
but
they were dating because of the movie.
no, they were dating because of the movie, but I think that they were dating before they were dating in the movie.
Whatever. Yeah, but she was always MJ. That was my point.
That is true. That is true. See, yeah, you're
It
probably
like Zendaya was never going to be random Michelle.
yeah, that's yeah, that's true.
Okay, bro. I actually just found this. Oh my gosh, someone has found it. So you remember how in the alternate, like the other country, like the Spanish country, I think it was for like the No Way Home trailer, you could see the lizard like get punched, but like no one was actually there. Apparently, in the Indian version, they didn't CGI out properly, so we actually know who it is. So like, look at this. I mean, this is real stuff. This is breaking news, guys. Cherry is gonna be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I'm done watching you throw away your life, Peter.
Remember Cherry? We had so many fun adventures with Cherry through all those seasons of Daredevil.
Dude, we need a show, just Adventures with Cherry. It's called Adventures with Cherry: Tales Before Cherry's Retirement,
And Detective Kim.
and Detective Kim.
Cherry and Detective Kim.
It's called the full show title is called Adventures with Cherry (parentheses before his retirement), also with Detective Kim.
It's just like Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
That
might be the greatest
Birds
image
of
of all
Prey and
time.
the fabulous emancipation of one Cherry. Might be the genius. Dude, what a stupid character. Like season 1 of Daredevil opens and it's just like he's walking and they're like, "Where are we going? We're going to Josie's bar. Remember Josie's? Yeah. Remember, look, it's Nelson, Murdoch, and Paige. Remember these guys? What are they going there for? Cherry's retirement. Remember Cherry? What? No? What? No.
What?
You know,
Why aren't
Cherry.
they just going there to drink?
You know,
Like,
good. They're
what?
good friend. They're good cop friend. They're going to visit their cop friend. Oh, Brett. No, Cherry. You remember Cherry?
Yeah, it's like, huh? What?
Yeah, well, they're there with their good cop friend Cherry, their good lawyer friend, who Foggy has got a crush on. Oh, Marcy, yeah, Kirsten McDuffie, yeah, like you were saying. Um, and there's you may not remember Cherry, but there is that other police detective there who they know pretty well.
So
Oh
what
yeah, Brett,
happened?
right? Who you mean, Detective Kim? It's like, dude, what a
Hoffman and Blake? Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, they're
no,
good,
no,
but they
the
aren't.
DA's coming. Oh, Blake Towers back. Oh my gosh, wait,
Oh,
okay,
Blake
this is
Towers,
interesting.
dude. Blake
Oh,
Towers is actually
no,
cool.
no, Hochberg.
Uh, oh, what
Yeah,
about
you
Blake
know
Tower? What
who?
about who?
Luckily, though, look, Matt's got a girlfriend. You remember, there's so much chemistry. Um, and it's
I
Heather.
saved
It's
me.
Heather. You remember Heather. You love Heather. Everyone likes Heather. We always liked Heather. No,
Remember
but
all the
look.
cookies
We got a
Heather?
one-take fight scene though. It doesn't look like garbage.
It's a oneer, and it's not mostly CGI shit. And it's also just not actually a oneer.
No.
It literally just
No,
isn't.
you just can't appreciate filmmaking. There were Texas switches in there. Dude, wait. Oh my gosh. The Pakistan trailer actually had more characters. So it's not just Cherry.
Oh,
We were right, dude. It's Kirsten McDuffie, Detective Kim, and Cherry. Holy, I can't believe it. This
wow.
is real. I wish this was fake. I don't like these characters. I don't know. We'll see how they do. This is real stuff, guys. These are I mean, you know these characters obviously if you're a big Daredevil fan. They're in all that good Daredevil stuff.
All the real Daredevil fans, these are like the big three character wise.
Imagine we're making this joke, but then it's just like Turk.
Dude, I would like that. I would be fine.
Turk's just
I
jumping
the
across
crowd
the
pop would be insane.
room.
It's like they just they use the shot of him, like, jumping over the car when he's getting chased by the cops, but then they just impose it over it's like they just angle it, and it's him, like, flying across the sky.
All right. Well, that's Spider-Man. I hope it's good.
I hope it's good. It
Hope
looks
it's good.
decent, maybe. It has
Looks pretty good.
potential to be
Everything
good for
except some
sure.
parts, but
I like
even
the
those parts could be
evolving
fine.
premise. Is that like that's cool. Um,
We'll see. We'll
maybe
see.
maybe he'll be evolving and Jean Grey will be evolving into Dark Phoenix at the same
Dude,
time.
oh my gosh, I don't want Phoenix. Let's not do Phoenix. All right, let's just
Phoenix
we've failed.
Force,
We've failed twice. Let's stop. Let's not do number 3.
dude. Phoenix Force again. That's what the people want.
But Jake, good news. You know what the next 8 weeks are gonna be for us? 7 weeks.
No,
We
stop
got a
it.
show to talk about.
We also it
Our
does work
favorite
out.
nerd.
They come out Tuesdays and we stream Wednesdays. It's kind of perfect.
Which is kind of annoying for me because I'm gonna be trying to get videos out. But
Yeah, it is actually kind of annoying, but
so I'll say my plan is to do a video each week, try to hopefully get it out before the next episode, and then I'll do a whole super cut at the end. We're gonna cut them all together.
yeah,
We'll see.
I should be able to like I should be able to grind mine out before we stream mostly, and then
I
probably
can't.
finish after we
I'll have to
stream.
watch it Tuesday night. We stream Wednesday, and then it's grind until Monday, basically, and hope it's done by Monday.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
I
my
guess
schedule.
I probably won't be able to get it that fast.
But anyway, there have been some people who have gotten early access to Daredevil Born Again season 2, and
show
they have
reaction.
delivered their reactions. And Daredevil Instagram was nice enough to put them on their Instagram for us. So that's good. Remember, you can go back and check our reaction to the Daredevil trailer, and you'll know we were quite fond of it.
Over medicated. Did you hear the song though? Did you hear the
Yeah.
song though? Did you hear the song though?
You know, it's
It
a
was really
shame. As
good. Did you hear the song?
I really liked the song from the end of episode 1 of season 2 or season 1 of Born Again. And I really liked the shot, but everything that led up to it was terrible. I was so light on that in my first video.
Yeah.
I'm making up for it. Dude,
Well,
it's gonna be kind of disappointing if this is
But
incredible.
it was but it was red and then it was blue though. But it was red and then it
there
was blue.
were flies. It was buzzing.
It was literally
I didn't consider that. That is the new team.
What about the buzz noise though?
That
was
is the new team. That
The
is
new team did the buzz noise. Think about that. Yeah, I bet
killed Foggy. Yeah,
I bet you feel like a real idiot now, don't you?
that's true. I
you feel like
the
a
people
real
who killed Foggy and made
Yeah.
the worst looking Wonder I've ever seen. That's pretty
and
good.
the scuba
Good
suit.
stuff. All right, let's get to these reactions.
Also, I'm pretty sure the scuba suit was all the new team because he wasn't
It
suited
was.
up in any of the old team episodes.
He wasn't in any of the old team episodes.
Oh right, I guess he wasn't. Dude, I forgot.
Because originally, Old Team wasn't making a canon sequel show.
remember
which got
remember,
forgotten. People
remember
kinda forgot
Irish
that.
bank robber that contributed nothing to the plot.
People kind of
There was a
forgot
whole
that
episode.
the original Born Again was supposed to be loose canon to the Netflix show. The problem is then they were like, no, it's full canon now. And that means that Hawkeye and Echo are full canon to the Netflix show.
Yeah. Echo.
Hashtag Daredevil Born Again is back and bloodier than ever. In season 2, Cox and Daffy are primal. Remember Primal Scream? Backed by pitch perfect fights, an angelic score, and comic accurate visuals. Love buzzword. The
Hold
Matt
up.
slash
No,
Fist
no.
duality remains a highlight. It's more of everything you love from the Devil of Hell's Kitchen.
Go look at the bullseye suit and tell me it's a comic accurate visual.
There's nothing in that trailer that is a comic accurate visual.
Not a single thing.
Karen Page is blonde. There you go. That's comic
Boom.
accurate.
That's comic accurate, bro.
You know who's got red hair? Matt Murdock. You know who doesn't? Charlie Cox. So I'm just saying, even if you want to go that, but it's like not technically comic accurate. No, you're not gonna catch me going, Charlie Cox is the wrong choice. No, he's the only correct choice to play Daredevil.
No, he's literally perfect. But
I'm just saying, it's like the one
It's
thing that Daredevil has
technically
never
not
been is comic accurate.
yeah. It's
Even the Netflix
awesome.
show is incredible. It's not comic accurate. The only thing that's comic accurate is his black little suit. It's pretty comic accurate to me without
Yeah.
weird look,
But
but
also, the comic accuracy doesn't determine quality. It can,
no, it's what
but
they do
it
when they're
doesn't.
desperate because because they can't tell stories anymore. Like, what was that thing that came out where they finally had a character for 20 years that they finally put in a comic accurate suit because they were desperate for people to go see it? That's right,
Wedpool and
Wolverine.
Dolverine? Was it that one?
Wolverine, they finally put him in the yellow and blue and put a mask on him, and they were like, "No, look, this is always what we wanted to do."
Yeah. We've been
Never
doing that.
forget where they came from, right? We have X-Men.
Literally,
Put us
that
in
suit looks
yellow.
freaking stupid,
That
bro.
looks cringe yellow. But anyway,
Let's wear black leather. Let's wear black
anyway,
leather suits.
it's bloodier than ever, dude. I don't care if it's bloody and violent. Is it good?
Also,
Last one they were like
he
TVMA. That
crushed the
means
guy's head
violent.
with a car door.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah. I doubt that's gonna
That's
be.
like,
No, remember he ripped that guy's face off. New team. That was new team.
yeah, that also just didn't look good.
It was more violent than the car door, though. You understand?
Technically, it's like, oh, he's stronger because he didn't beat him with a car door. He just crushed him with his bare hands. Oh,
Yeah. In season 2,
okay.
Cox and D'Onofrio are primal. Remember when they remember the primal rage? Primal
Also,
rage.
Also, what is
Primal
I want to say
scream.
it's season. I forget what season it is in Daredevil when he like wraps the jacket around the dude's head and beats him to death just because he was angry. What happened to that Fisk? He was terrifying. He was calculated, but he had a temper, and you could exploit that temper. What happened to that? He's literally not the same character. The beat a person to death because your super calculated plan went wrong. Where did that go?
What do you mean? This is terrifying. Look at this. See? Look, scary.
Oh, yes.
Don't you love Philly cheesesteaks? Do you think LaGuardia sat here? I love I love
I love LaGuardia.
I love LaGuardia. Do you think he
You guys
sat
know
here?
who
You know,
LaGuardia is?
you know
You
who
think
else
he
sat at
sat at this desk?
you know who else? LaGuardia. My dad loved LaGuardia.
My dad, who I hated and beat to death with a hammer, loved LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
My
Fill this
dad, who
hole. We
I
need to
literally
fill
hate
the
more than
hole.
any- Fill the
There's a
damn hole.
hole. There's a hole.
You,
We gotta fill
sir.
it.
You,
Mr.
sir.
Fifth,
Fill this
Fifth,
pothole.
Mr. Fifth, that your hole filling ability is incredible.
Mr.
Great job
Fifth, you
filling
fill
that hole,
every
Mr.
hole
Fifth.
so good, Mr. Fifth. Oh my goodness. Nobody fills my holes like you
That is
do,
only
Mr. Fifth.
slightly embellished. That is basically a line after he has them fill the pothole. It's
Yeah.
Daniel Blake goes, you're great job filling on the hole filling thing. Mr. Fifth, I swear to Christ.
Mr. Fifth, I swear to Christ, I'll never betray you again. I swear to Christ.
Should I read
Why
the
didn't
next
he?
one? Should I
Why
read the
didn't he
next one
murder
like-
him?
Should
Why
I read
didn't
the
he
next
murder
one
him?
like Daniel Blake?
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Fifth, Daredevil soars to new heights. Marvel
Here you
returns
go.
to form,
Here you
Mr.
go.
Fisk.
Hashtag Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is vicious, brutal, and absolutely badass. A deeply affecting storyline captures the darkness of today's world. Charlie Cox brings a new level of power at Daredevil, and Vincent D'Onofrio is absolute as Fisk. I love Mr. Fisk. I love Mr. Fisk. Mr. Fisk, I swear to Christ, I love Mr. Fisk. Easily, I swear to Christ, it's easily one of the best Daredevil seasons. I swear to Christ, it is. I will do everything in my power. I swear, Mr. Fisk, that this is one of the best Daredevil seasons.
What does that even mean?
It means
Charlie
that
Cox brings a new level of power to Daredevil. That doesn't mean anything. Vincent D'Onofrio is absolute as Fisk. What does that mean?
You know what this means? This means capture the darkness of today's world. It means the anti-vigilante task force, as we predicted. It's an allegory for ICE. Great. That's awesome.
I can't wait
Glad
for the look at the
that's-
camera moment where it's like, vigilantes just want
Deport
to
the
live and work here.
vigilante.
They just want to live and work here.
Fisk is gonna look at the camera, send the vigilantes back to Mexico. It's like Mr. Fisk. It's like Fisk. They're from New York.
Take that
No.
vigilante's young son away from him now.
And make sure the body cams are off.
There will be no body cams.
Oh. Vicious, brutal, and absolutely badass.
Why can't we just make Fisk like
They're really
evil?
pushing this brutal thing because remember they got the TVMA thing, and then Matt literally murdered the crap out of a police officer in an apartment in episode 2, and they were like, "No, he's all right."
No, he's totally fine because Daredevil doesn't kill them. Only in
A
self defense.
deeply affecting storyline capture the darkness of today's world. That's just terrible. Red flag. Ooh, great, 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 great. Love that. Charlie Cox bringing a new level of power as Daredevil.
That literally means nothing. What does that mean?
He can't bring a new level of power. He was kind of already perfect in the original
Just-
Netflix series, so it's kind of
Dude,
like
go watch season 3. It's just the best acting. It's just
go
such
watch
good
season
acting.
1, 2, or 3. Like they're all equally as good. There's
Yeah.
genuinely
Eh,
no
Not
difference
only
in
are
the
they
level
like,
of performance in season
I
1, 2,
mean,
and 3.
like the performance quality is really good, but it's like all of them are portraying Matt at a different, like a different level and a different like
Vincent
like
D'Onofrio's absolute as Fisk. Well, he was pretty.
it's pretty freaking absolute in
He was pretty,
season
but
1.
I'm just saying he was pretty meh in Born Again season 1, right? Like
Yeah.
he kind of
He didn't
like
feel the
Vincent
same.
D'Onofrio
He didn't
lost
feel
some weight,
terrifying.
and I think he lost some of the fat in his voice.
Yeah.
You got that
You
fat
ratioed
when
me
someone's like super
in
fat
front
and
of Vanessa.
they have like that voice. I think
Yeah.
he kind of lost that. Yeah. Yeah. He in fairness, a lot of it was the writing. And Vincent
Also,
D'Onofrio
how are
is
you
perfect
saying
as Fisk.
one of the best when it's the 5th season ever?
And also that, bro. Well, that's because they said that's because most people are like Born Again season 1 is easily the second best Daredevil season. It's way better. It's barely better than season 3, and it's way better than that season 2 garbage down there. Remember the hand? Cringe, am I right? That's just what they try to do. It's so
All
annoying.
that Punisher dialogue was pretty dog shit,
Remember how
man.
boring season 2 were? They were sitting on a roof for
Dude,
a whole episode.
they just sat on a roof talking. It was horrible. He was wearing his suit the whole time,
Can
too.
you read this one? You got this one?
Yeah, I'll do a normal voice. Daredevil Born Again season 2 is
Whoa,
pure
wait, that's not right. You forgot the hashtag.
Hashtag Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is pure, unadulterated mayhem with unreal action sequences that really take things to another level. This is the MCU at its finest, and Cox has never been better. Can't wait for what's next.
Okay, let me get this real quick. Let me pause this real quick. Unadulterated mayhem. Whatever, sure. Unreal action sequences. I kind of hope they look pretty real.
They probably look really unreal. They probably look like
It really
claymation.
takes things to another level. I think the Oneer in season 3 is
Is
kind
the,
of the
hi-
peak
the
level of
highest
action.
level ever.
This is
but,
the MCU at its finest. It's probably not better than Avengers or Iron Man or any of Daredevil. Probably not better than Defenders, to be honest. And Cox has never been better. He probably has. Can't wait for what's next. Well, that's the 3rd season before it gets canceled.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But I wish they would have never touched it in the first place. Guys, it wasn't that bad. I agree, it's not the worst thing the MCU's ever made, but it ruined. But the stark contrast in quality that you have a direct comparison to is what makes it so bad.
Yeah, it's like Thor: Love and Thunder. It's horrible.
Yeah, but even Thor, that's not
And
even
when
the
you
right
compare
level.
it to Thor,
But even
it's
that
like,
though, even
it's
that,
still not. Yeah, it's
that's
still
still
not
not
as bad.
because this is literally supposed to be
This is like going Iron Man 1 to Thor: Love and Thunder.
yeah, it's like, and it's even different because it's like it's like, do you have a direct James Wesley comparison and Buck Cashman, everyone's favorite? Remember Buck Cashman, right? Favorite character, everyone's favorite character. Remember him from all
Real
those
character.
seasons of Daredevil? Um,
You know how
and
how my favorite part was like Kingpin's relationship with him.
and then you have Kirsten
The way,
McDuffie.
like, told him to do something.
Kirsten
once.
McDuffie, you can directly compare to Foggy. Wow, that's a close fight. Cherry, you could directly compare to Karen. Whoa, that's close. BB Urich, you can directly compare to Ben Urich. Man, these are competitive, close competitions here. Daniel
Ben
Blake,
Urich
you can't compare to anyone because no one was stupid enough to write a character as idiotic and annoying as Daniel Blake.
Yeah.
TikTok man, for those of you who don't remember him. Great job filling that hole, Mr. Fisk.
Mr. Fifth got the winner Christ. I'll never betray you again. Why is he alive?
All right, now we just got some glazing. Daredevil Born Again is season 2 is a 5 for 5 stars for me. Yes, it is so cool to have Kristen Ritter back as Jessica Jones. She had one good season 10 years ago, and this season was good because David Tennant was really good. 5 out of 5. Okay, that means nothing. Just doesn't mean anything. Yes, it is so cool to have her back as Jessica Jones. It's really not, to be honest. I like Kristen Ritter. and I like her as Jessica Jones.
But it's like I just want Daredevil.
It's
I
been
really
10
don't
years
care
since
about her.
anything good as Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I whatever. Do you have the next one?
The last one. This is the last one. But Bullseye cements himself as one of the best comic book villains ever. Period. No, he doesn't. He probably doesn't because because there's no way they do anything cool with Bullseye. He should be.
If he was gonna
be.
be, it was from season 3 because he was really good in season
He
3.
should be one of the coolest comic book villains ever. He's not though, because you ruined it.
He also
He murdered Father
the
Lantern
the
and Froggy.
direction they should have gone with him in Born Again, because after season 3, it's like, Kingpin, he starts to cut all of his his routine, but he still has Kingpin's kind of his North Star still a little bit. And then Kingpin murders Julie, and he goes against Kingpin. So it's like all of what was holding back his insanity is completely gone. So season 3 should have been the most unhinged, terrifying, season 1 of Born Again should have been the most unhinged, terrifying version of him thus far.
There's one problem with that.
He should have been
Hold on.
insane, and he should have been
There's one
terrifying.
extreme problem with that. Daredevil season 3 takes place in 2018, prior to Avengers: Infinity War, which means Hawkeye, because they mention years in Hawkeye. It's years since the Ronan's been active. Ronan was last active 5 years after 2018, so 2023 Ronan was last active. Years. Hawkeye takes place in minimum 2025. So then the next mayor election can't be, it couldn't have been until 2026 at the earliest, is New Year's when he's giving his speech. So the earliest this takes place is 8 years after Born Again, going to almost 9 since Daredevil season 3.
Yeah.
That's the problem with most of that. It's been 9 years, and neither Kingpin nor Matt got blipped. I don't know about any of the other characters. They didn't get snapped. So
I'm saying either way, we shouldn't have the reserved pussy
we shouldn't have. He should
Bullseye in Born Again. No, he should be in jail. He should be in jail. If
Wait,
he's
hold
not
on,
in jail,
hold on. You're forgetting.
he should be insane.
We kind of forget though.
He's
I
not
guess we kinda forgot
scary.
about this.
That's the thing.
kinda forgot
Even
about
when
this,
he's
though.
in it,
No, we
and
forgot
even when he's a threat, he isn't scary. And the same is true with
We for-
Kingpin. Even when he's a threat, he's not scary. All of the villains, the Russians in season 1 were scary. They were. They
Hold on, you're
weren't
forgetting.
super physically intimidating. They were, but they
Bro,
were still scary. Madame
Bro.
Gao was scarier than
Bro.
Dex or Kingpin in Born Again.
You're forgetting though, Agent Nadim and all that.
That's literally the worst. That's the worst. There's never been a worse explanation. Agent Nadim and all that? He murdered Agent Nadim for you, who was at least kind of his friend. And how does any of that make sense? Why is he working for Vanessa? He should have been trying to murder her.
It's literally somehow Kingpin returned is the line.
It's
Agent
Nadim
and all that is
the thing was like season 1, he beats Kingpin, but he still has all those resources and he's still there. And then season 3, it's like this is the final nail in the coffin with Nadim's, all of Nadim's stuff. It's literally
Agent Nadim and all that.
the thing is, like, Agent Nadim and all that is literally it's not like, oh, he got arrested, whatever. It's Agent Nadim and all that is the reason that he was like cemented. He's done now. He Kingpin's truly done. It's over. That was season 3. So you can't say that's like saying, I don't know, Joker's back because Dark Knight Rises. Joker's back because the thing with the 2 boats where Batman beats him. That's like, it's like saying that.
Well, it's actually more like saying Harvey Dent and all that would be the explanation for why Joker's back.
Sure, but but the 2 boats is where he specifically beats Joker.
Yeah, but Joker goes to jail because Harvey Dent's push on crime. So Dex
This is
is
true.
in jail.
This is true.
So then,
But it's not about Dex though. It's about Kingpin about
what it
Kingpin.
is.
So
Well,
if we
this
go
was about
Joker,
why
if
Dex got out of prison, though.
we
Dex got
go
out of
Joker, it's
prison.
like, okay, how is Joker back now? Oh, yeah, Harvey Dent and all that.
Also, arguably, Joker doesn't get beat at that moment because Joker, he technically gets beat in his original logic, but then he loses, but then he wins because he also proved that one bad day made Harvey go insane. Uh, so
He did, but he couldn't do it to Batman.
he couldn't do it
He
to
could do it
Batman,
to
and he couldn't
Harvey,
do it
but
to
he
the
could.
people. But that's not even his point. His point is the best
Yeah,
could do it, and Harvey is supposed to be the best of them. That was why
this
they
is
bet it all on
that
him.
it. Yeah, I know that he did win in that regard, but he lost in that he couldn't do it to Batman,
Well, and then Batman quit.
which is true.
That's why the Dark
But
Knight Rises kind of sucks.
yeah,
That's why the Dark Knight Rises is not very good.
yeah,
Alright,
yeah, because it
Joker,
was like,
congrats on being
you know,
free. Oh yeah, thanks Harvey Dent and all that.
Harvey Dent and all that. That's the first comparison I could think of.
Like Tower and all that, you know.
Or it's like, oh, how is Obadiah Stane out of prison? And it's like,
I do
oh,
have a
the
question
arc
though.
reactor
What do
and all that.
so what'd you think of the post credit scene of Daredevil Born Again season 1 when Foggy showed back up and he looked at Matt and he says, "Don't worry, Matt, I've been born again."
Dude, honestly, that would have probably been the best scene of the show if they did that.
Don't worry, Matt, I dared the devil and I've been born again.
I dared to
What'd you
meet
think
with
of
the
that
devil,
line?
and now I'm born again. Dun 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 dun. We are
What'd
the
you
city
think?
without fear.
What'd you think of that line? 'Cause
I
I
think
thought
that
that
was
was
probably
pretty
the
good.
best line of the show.
I thought that was
To be
pretty. Yeah,
completely
I thought that
honest,
was. I thought it was a bold decision, but I think it kind of worked.
it was bold, but it really worked for me. My favorite part.
Did you hear about the secret episode though? There's a secret episode for Daredevil Born
It's
Again.
called Radar Sense Gate.
Yeah, you don't
I
understand the
could
radar
when I was
gate.
watching the episode, when I closed my
Hold on,
eyes and I listened
hold on.
real hard, I was like, "This is dog shit. It can't be real." So it's Radar Sense Gate.
Yeah. Don't worry, Matt. I have been born again.
Dude, there's literally no
My favorite part was when BB York
I
showed up and did the BB report all over it. It was like
my
BB report, go, boom.
my thing is I don't understand how someone who has watched the original Daredevil, and I'm not saying, somebody like us who gets deep into the shit and like analyzes things and thinks. I'm saying someone like our dear friend Corbin, who literally it's like, oh, pretty colors on screen. I don't see how someone like Corbin could watch the original Daredevil and then watch Born Again and think it's even anything resembling the same characters or like the
Okay,
same.
here's why.
It's
Because the
not
truth
it,
is,
it's like a different IP. It's not the
yes,
same
well, it is.
thing.
You can watch it.
It's
It doesn't
just
even feel
different.
like the same show. Like when you have, but like something about it feels so small
And
in
it
season one,
also
which is weird because it's all of New York. So Daredevil Born Again season 1 takes place across all of New York, whereas season 1 of Daredevil takes place in Hell's Kitchen, which is like 2 blocks in New York. Yet somehow Hell's
yeah,
Kitchen feels more vast than all of Born Again. Like
because it
the
feels so
the
alive.
humans all
It's
feel
like
like
all of
humans,
these
whereas
things are
Buck.
packed into here.
Okay, but like the humans, like Francis, who's one of Kingpin's bodyguards, and James Wesley, they feel like characters and real people, whereas like Buck Cashman feels like a comic book character,
Yeah.
which is I'm saying that in an insulting way, not like an actual character. I'm saying like in a way of like it feels like a cartoon character. Like it's not a real character. It feels like something you would cartoon. Born Again feels like MCU, whereas Daredevil feels like a real
He's
show.
like Buck in the script is Kingpin's assistant man. That's his description. He's not like Wesley where he's like incredibly interesting. And every second that he's on screen, either by himself or with Fisk, he's captivating as a character.
Yeah, I it's
In Born Again, okay, in the original Daredevil, every side character that gets screen time for themselves is interesting. Ben Urich is interesting, and I want to know more about his. It's like he's compelling, his backstory, everything, his dynamic with the guy who owns the paper. I'm spacing on his name.
Ellis.
Yes, thank you. His dynamic with him is interesting, and it feels like they truly have a backstory. And like the first time that we see them, it doesn't feel like it's their first time being together. Whereas any characters in this who do have a backstory, anytime they're on screen together, it feels like the first time, with
Okay,
the exception of Punisher.
I can answer your question here for a second. So, why? How can someone watch this?
I
I'll tell
just
you why.
don't
It's because
understand how.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. Let me explain why, and you're gonna be like, "All right, that's probably not true." they don't watch, so they get bored. They're on their phone. It's just people talking in a room. The best parts of Daredevil are people talking in a room.
Yeah,
So yes, the action scenes are cool. The one take fight is awesome.
it's
It's just people
really
talk. It's
cool.
just people talking in a room though is the best moments.
Yeah,
My favorite MCU thing ever is Punisher and Daredevil on a roof, just
yeah,
yapping. But Daredevil's chained up. There's not any interesting
yeah.
fight that happens
And
in
it,
that moment.
or it's like, the when he beats Kingpin in season 3, or in season 3, it's like, yeah, it's a cool fight, but the reason it's so captivating is because it's such a big
Yes,
character
but
moment for Matt.
but it's like that they don't you don't if you don't care about that scene, which to be honest, most of the social media presence were like, this is clearly better than this. They don't actually when they say this is the second best, it's clearly not better than season one. They don't actually know why season one's good. They just know everyone else thinks season one's good. Therefore, I have to say it's good. Otherwise, no one's gonna think my opinion's right on this.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
and they don't know why season 2 is bad. They're just like, "Well, everyone else says it's bad, so it's bad." And they're like, "I don't know why everyone thinks season 3 is the second best." Whereas realistically, they probably were like, "This is my favorite season," and whatever. It's like they don't actually have an opinion on it. They're just like, "This is what the popular opinion is, therefore this makes more sense." You don't
yeah,
think for 5 seconds why something is that way.
yeah.
You know?
And it's also, they can't separate, like you just said, your favorite thing is him and Punisher talking, and it's like a dumb person would be like, "Oh yeah, season 2 is my favorite because of that," if they like that. But you have to, you separate it, because it's like season 2 overall is the worst season, but it does have some of my favorite stuff. It's
Well, the
the
best
discussions
parts of
with
season
him
2
and
are better
Punisher.
than any of Daredevil. The highest
Yeah,
point all the
exactly.
Punisher stuff in Daredevil is
Season
the best
2
stuff in
has the
Daredevil.
highest and the low. It has the best and the worst of Daredevil,
Um, but
but
I
as a
mean, like
whole, it's worse
my
than the other
dad,
2.
when I'm watching Project Hail Mary with my dad, there's a trailer that comes on. It's Mandalorian and Grogu. My dad goes, "That looks good. That's Star Wars. I remember Star Wars. I get, it makes me all nostalgic." I'm like, I don't. How do you watch that and go, "That's Star Wars. That makes me nostalgic." I watch
'Cause
that
it
and
doesn't
go,
even look like Star Wars.
that's what I'm saying. I look at that and I go, I'm like, this doesn't make me nostalgic for Star Wars because this doesn't look like this isn't
It's
Star
like a
Wars to me
bad
is like
caricature of
yeah,
Star
but
Wars.
it's like, look, I like watching stuff with my dad. He doesn't really use his brain when he processes information happening on the screen. He's just like he's one of the people who are like, that was fun. That's his description for every movie he sees. Um,
Yeah,
which is it's whatever. But you know, if he laughs once, he's gonna say it was a good movie, right? That's
yeah.
and that
I just
I don't have a problem with people like actually interacting with media like that. That's fine. Just don't sit there and try to say
and
like this is the best thing ever, which is what
yeah,
most of
and
these people are.
Frank, there's shows that I watch that are like that, or, I'll be watching, like, a sitcom or whatever, just so I have noise in the background, and it's like there's things that I can watch and not be actually invested in, but if I'm actually, like, paying attention to a piece of media, the things I like the most are character moments. Like, it's not the big fights and all that crap. Like Iron Man 1, I love the fights are cool, the flying is really cool, the cinematography is great, but the best stuff is all of the character moments because they're so good.
I'd only slightly disagree because his first
Like,
fight scene when he gets the red and gold armor is arguably the best scene in the MCU. When he shows up and
that is
smokes the terrorist.
that's true,
That's
but
like
it's
such a
like
great scene. And it
it's
is it,
literally
in
seconds
fairness,
after,
the reason it
like,
is so
his
good though is
character.
because it's
Yeah.
a character moment in the scene. It's him, he's
Yeah.
going and he's taking out his weapons and all that. But that it's just such a
Yeah.
good scene. And it's like it's so brutal, like the weight behind his armor. He like punches a terrorist across the screen, like into a wall. It's great.
Yeah.
That's one of the best scenes in the MCU. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like the things that compel me to actually, like, really like something. Like, I can watch something that's pretty one-dimensional that, maybe looks cool or whatever and enjoy it. But the things that, like, really compel me the most, it's character stuff. That's why like Daredevil's my favorite thing ever, because it just has so much character shoved into every second.
Gee, I remember when someone I
And it,
knew
and it,
was like, I don't want to watch Daredevil. It looks boring.
I know, I was dumb. I was dumb. And even when I watched it the first time and I was like, this is my favorite show ever, I didn't even understand why I liked it so much. I was a dumb person. And
Dude,
now I'm like, now I understand why it's so good
I
for a
believe
multitude of reasons.
I pulled two back-to-back all-nighters, almost. The second one wasn't an all-nighter. I slept a little bit. But, like, it was 2 full days of season 2 and 3 basically straight because I didn't personally have Netflix, and I was staying with someone who had Netflix. So, I was like and there was a it was why did I watch it? There was a Studio C sketch that I've been trying to remember the name of, where someone mentioned Daredevil season 3, and I was already into the Marvel stuff at that point. I was like, gotta check that out. And I go on Netflix and I watch season 1. I'm like, oh, this is freaking amazing. Basically, stay up all night watching season 1, maybe not all the way through. Oh, I was probably way too young to be watching. I was probably 12 or 13. Which that's probably a little
First
too
time
young
I
to
watched
watch
it, I was
Daredevil.
13, but
But yeah, anyway, and I'm like, this is amazing. I didn't really compete in my head why, but I was like, this is amazing. And then I'm like, I don't got time. I only got like 2 more days and I got 2 full seasons. So it was like, I stayed up all night and watched season 2, slept for like 4 hours, stayed up straight, watched season 3. And that was it. And I didn't watch Defenders the first time through, which I was fine with, but I was also really confused at why he was like dead at the start of season 3. So,
yeah, I
because
was I was
I
like,
didn't know anything about Defenders.
yeah. I think I texted you and I was like, "Hey, what happened in Defenders?" And you explained it. And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool."
I probably told you before you got to it because I
I think
remember
you
that was
actually
what
might have.
confused me. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's just good. It's like it's good. So it's a
Yeah.
shame because Born Again season 1 assassinated. I said it in my 2025 recap video. It managed to assassinate like 10 characters, which is pretty impressive for how
Yeah.
unsubstantive the writing is. But on that positive note, that's where we're going to be starting on a week from today on Wednesday is Born Again season 2, episode 1, a review, a breakdown, and we're going to be in the weeds probably. So it's going to be fun. I don't know if it's only 1 episode or 2 episodes.
I
We'll
really
see.
hope it's only one. I
We'll
really
see.
hope.
It's going to release on Tuesday. I can't wait for it to suck. It's not canon. Don't worry about it. So it's
Yeah.
all just, we're all just here to meme it
It's
because it's
not
not
it doesn't
canon.
matter anyway, so
Yeah, that's it for this week's show. You can check our links down below. I will have a Project Hail Mary video coming out at some point within the next week. And then after that will be Daredevil Born Again reviews,
be a
recaps, whatever you
lot
want to
of
call them.
Daredevil.
Who cares? There'll be a lot of Daredevil because it's the whole reason I even started the YouTube channel was Born Again season 1 sucked. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching and check us out down below. Bye.